Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. How are you all doing today? How is your day going? Welcome, welcome, welcome back to Oyoyo Swords Live. Thank you guys for joining me today. Thank you guys for clicking to watch this video. And also for those that are going to come in, thank you guys for coming in. How you all doing? How you all doing? What is going on in your location? And I hope the day has been nothing but kind to you. Once again, welcome back to Oyoyo's World. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. The weather in my location is 33 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's still cold, but at least we're on double digits, okay? How are you all doing? Thank you guys for joining. Don't forget to like this live stream. Don't forget to share as well so that we can have more people in this discussion. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to another amazing discussion today. You guys are most welcome. Thank you guys for being here. Oh my goodness, my people are already coming in. Thank you, Nkechi Cynthia. Claudette, thank you for being here. You guys are nothing but I'm very supportive. You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yes. And for my people from Facebook, I salute you guys. Thank you for joining me today. As you come in, please like this live stream, share on your Facebook wall, and also make it conversational by joining in the panel of discussion and also leaving your comments. Let's also be reminded that here we keep our comments very civil. We are not here using crossword on people. No, we don't do that here. Once again, thank you guys for joining me and welcome back to Oyoyo's World live stream. We are streaming live on Facebook and at the same time live on YouTube. You guys are welcome. So today I'm talking about two interesting topics. I'm talking about the lessons learned from Korra Obidi's book, and also May Yul Edochie takes legal action. That's what we'll be discussing today. Thank you for the share as well, Nkechi Cynthia. Thank you for sharing to your community page. I really appreciate all of you. So I don't know how many of us that have read excuse me, Korra's book, Obidi's book. Korra is live. If you've read this book, give me a wave in the comment section. And if you're yet to buy, also let me know in the comment section. This month is a month of love and affection, is a month of Valentine. And this will make a good buy or a good present for that sweetheart, for that girlfriend, for that, you know, beautiful friend of yours. If you have a good friend that is a lady, please buy this book for her. If you have a young person that is about 18 going to college, buy this book for them. They will learn not to make some mistakes about life. And for that young woman there that is just about having kids, buy this book to be able to get yourself equipped and prepared. Like I said, lessons learned. There are a lot of lessons to learn from Korra's story. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I can't thank you guys less. You guys are the reason why we continue to come in every time to do live stream, to discuss trending stories, and also how we can change our lives, impact in our generation, and things to learn from things that already happened. You don't wait until you're a victim before you learn a lesson. No, you can actually learn lessons from other people's stories, so it doesn't have to happen to you. And that is what this book Korra wrote, Korra is Life, is all about. Why am I discussing these two interesting, huge topics today? May Edochie has been in the news for the longest, especially last year when the husband came to the social media to tell the whole world, I have taken a second wife and I welcome a child on social media, which May, in response to Gist Lover's story, says she was not aware about any marriage, that she just heard it from internet. So those are the things we'll be discussing today. Lesson learned, because if you look at it in one way, there is one or two similarities you can link between these two stories. Korra Obidi fighting for custody battle, messy divorce with her ex-husband, and here May Edochie is taking legal actions against people supporting her husband's choice of polygamy. Okay, so we're going to be discussing that, and we're going to be picking all the lessons that we should be able to learn from these people's stories, from their life stories, so that our next generation of young women, young people, will not find themselves in such situations. Let's also not forget that last year we witnessed the passing of Osinachi Nwachukwu, the popular Ekwueme singer, all due to abuse in marriage. So there are lessons to learn from people's story. You don't have to wait until you become a victim in the story before you learn. If there is nothing to learn from Korra Obidi, learn from her story. That's why I'm encouraging people to go buy the book. I'm encouraging people to read the book and also read to understand, so that you can learn those lessons, pass them to your little girls at home, to use them to teach. Also, let it be a teachable moment for everybody that you know that needs to hear those stories. All right. Trending gist with Octavia Korra. Yes, yes, yes. My people are gathering in their numbers. Thank you for being here. Thank you, amazing person. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Please don't forget to like this live stream. Don't forget to share. Let's have more people in the building. It's going to be an interesting discussion today. Honestly, it's going to be an interesting discussion because Oyoyo came prepared as usual, and we are going to pass some knowledge as well on today's live stream. All right. So, why am I saying lessons learned from Korra Obidi's book? I don't know how many people. Since I saw you live on, yeah, I was live on Facebook. Was it last night? I was live on Facebook last night. I'm trying to see if I can, factor the evening time after work, because that's where my folks here in the US are actually relaxing. So I went on live yesterday. By the time I'm done with the live stream, I didn't know what I clicked. I started looking for my video. I saw my video on stories, but I don't see it on my posts. So what I did was to see if I can screen record the video. And when I did record the video, I tried to post it. It was too long and a lot of things happening. I ended up posting a bit of it. That was yesterday, actually, that I did that live stream. It's in my story. I know story disappears within 24 hours, so I might lose the whole live stream, but I really enjoyed it yesterday. It was about 43 minutes live stream. It was very, very interesting. I got some people coming, so we kind of chatted as well. All right. Thank you guys for being here. So if you have read Korra's book, wave in the comment section. Let me know. I'm going to start off with May Edochie. Let me see if I can get more people about Korra and those that have read the book, so we can be able to discuss all of that today. Okay, you didn't see it in story. Maybe it's already disappeared. I don't know how the story works. That was just error yesterday on my part. But anyways, all right. May Edochie is taking legal actions. A lot of bloggers are saying May is suing. May hasn't sued anybody yet. We need to correct that impression, because I want to believe that we should be able to communicate things the way they are. There is no reason for any falsification or making it so loud or bigger than what it is. At this point, May has not sued anybody. The letter May's attorneys released yesterday was for Sarah Martins, and Sarah Martin is Judy Austin's best friend. She says she is Judy Austin's bestie by her words. So the letter yesterday was letter of intent to sue. So they are demanding a lot of things from Sarah Martins, but whereby Sarah Martin fails to get into action in doing those things they demanded, then they'll be left with no choice than to file a lawsuit. So the chambers working with May Edochie, they are ready. They've actually prepared the whole thing they are going to court with. They are giving this lady, Sarah Martin, 14 days to respond to their demand. And whereby the demands are not met, they will see each other in court. Yesterday, my friend Trending Gist with Octavia went live on this matter. We kind of talked about it in a very detailed form. You can also check her channel, Trending Gist with Octavia on Facebook. You see how we dissected the story, and she had a couple of hosts as well that joined her in that live stream. So it's really an interesting watch, if you ask me. So why am I saying they take legal action? Yes, the letter is a legal letter demanding for an amendment to what Sarah has already done. She needs to go retract her statement publicly, and she needs to swing into action to continuously speak to her fans, speak to the world on the social media regarding this story. Always saying that she never meant to damage anybody's reputation. She never meant to cause any harm or any pain to anybody. She has to commit to that. And that's what the letter was demanding. Was I happy about the letter? Yes, I am. You know what? I'm in for women. And at the same time, guys, I don't know how my glasses is not seeing clearly. Okay. Last year, I made videos and live stream as well. I don't know why May was wasting time. She needs to those were my terms. I was like, no, she needs to swing into action. And then some people came to my live stream to say that yes, they were married under the act, and they said they were going to send the court document to me. I never got those court documents from the person that promised on my live stream, because I was like, if May and you were legally married under the law, which is the Nigerian Marriage Act, if they were married under the law, that means May can actually sue for bigamy. However, bigamy case is not a straight cut line that you just go and then you win. No. There are exceptions to general rules, and there are precedents that have been set already. So those are the things that will play out. So you need to be mindful of those exceptions. We should all remember, the last time I checked, the world is still the men's world, okay? All right, guys. Thank you, guys. The amazing people I have here. Thank you all for joining me today. And for the people from Facebook, please sit tight. Don't go anywhere. Share this live stream on your way. We are just getting started. And I tell you, it's going to be a full learning moment for every one of us that are going to be here today. Rose Hujo, thank you for joining me. Beautiful sis, all the way from Finland. I hope it's not pretty cold in your location. Please make sure you stay warm. So, why am I excited that May is swinging to action? Yes, if you feel hot, you go to court to seek what? Corrections, adjustment, so that other people will sit up and learn. Yeah, including me. Because what we do on social media is publication. If you're not careful what you say about people, what you want to force on people, it could backfire to you. Sarah went on Daddy Free, Sarah Martins, that got this letter. She went on Daddy Free show. Was it 2 months ago, thereabouts, maybe November or December? She was there talking about Judy Austin, Yul Edochie, May Edochie, that why is May reacting this way, that Judy and Yul, they didn't just start overnight. They've been on for long, that they should leave her baby girl, Judy, alone, that love happened to Judy. That they are soulmates. Judy and Yul are soulmates. I was like, wow. Today's girls and today's ladies, they are the boldest. They don't even care, no shame, no remorse, no anything. In the times of our parents, I will tell you that no person, sleeping with somebody's husband will say, yes, I found a soulmate. You'll just be stealing it behind, and you don't want the community to know. You'll just be going in the evening, in the dark, when nobody will see you. But these days, they will be doing the thing and then come on Instagram and be bragging about it. Few days ago, I saw on Instagram, I believe it was Linda Ekeji or Instablog, where a side chick was demanding for maintenance money. I was like, whoa, hey, the world is really, women of these days, they are so bold. They've sold shame to the market that they don't care anymore. They don't care. So far, I am happy. I don't care who I stepped on to be that happy. That's the way it sounds. So when Sarah Martins came on under the free show and was running her mouth, and then at some point she said, for a point of correction, that she did not doctor the picture. She saw the picture and now downloaded the picture and then wrote the title, "Family as Family Should Be." And then that before she even posted the picture, that why are we even talking? Did we even ask her if she took permission from the people concerned? So that if it's okay, did you? She say yes, that she got permission from the people concerned. So you assume that she got permission because people concerned are actually 4 adults are concerned in that picture. Let me list them for you. May Edochie, who took the picture, okay, she paid for the services of that photograph. The people involved are her children. Daniela Yul Edochie, she's also 19 years old, so she's an adult. Was this people's consent gotten from Sarah? That I can verify. So she claimed that she got the consent of the people involved. So the people involved were May Yul Edochie, Daniela Edochie, Yul Edochie, and Judy Austin, 4 adults. So maybe she spoke to her friend, Judy Austin. Judy said, yeah, you can go ahead. I don't know if she spoke to you, and then maybe you gave his own consent. But how about May? Did she get this consent from May? Did she get this consent from Daniela Edochie? From this letter, no, she didn't. Because if she got consent from May Yul Edochie, this letter wouldn't have surfaced today. So she went on saying yes, that she wrote that, and the title she gave, according to the legal document May posted on her live stream, on her Instagram and Facebook, saying that family as family should be. So the letter was very explicit. You were forcing your friend to our client, insinuating a lot of things, and then going contrary to the marriage act of Nigeria that says a man and woman are legally, joined together, which is Yul Edochie and May Edochie. So when I read that, I was like, wow. So May and Yul actually had a legal marriage, and Yul went ahead and married Judy. There are so many twists to this, okay? It could be that Yul went for introduction on Judy's head. We can verify if bride price was paid, because bride price, which is customary method of marriage in Nigeria, is accepted in court in Nigeria as legal marriage. So that we cannot verify. And information that made rounds last year talked of the fact that nobody accompanied you for that said marriage. Okay, so that we cannot verify. Now, if that was the case, that means that Yul Edochie will be sued for bigamy if they contradicted the Marriage Act of Nigeria. And then bigamy is covered under Section 370 of the Criminal Code of Nigeria, saying that if you have a living spouse and you went ahead and married another, whether man or woman, you have contravened that law and is a felony charge of 7 years imprisonment. One will be asking, why is it that May hasn't taken any action to sue her husband? Remember, Yul Edochie is still the father of her children. Remember, May might still be in love with you. So we don't know why she's not suing you, but I am so glad at least there is something legal called legal documents out there saying that May has retained attorneys working on her behalf. So everybody should sit up. if you accept polygamy, like Judy Austin wants polygamy, her friend Sarah was asked on Daddy Free, so she said yes, that she doesn't mind marrying a married man, that to her polygamy is okay. So she accepts polygamy, but please do me a favor. Don't force your choice on another person. Okay. So I must applaud May for swinging into action. Yeah. And I am expecting more lawsuits to come and they should be flying. However, let me also read what my people are saying here. How trending is her mouth was running like tap water. Absolutely. People like to put themselves in problems. Yes, that is the fact. All right. So guys, thank you immensely for being here. Don't forget to thumbs up this live stream. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook if you're yet to follow me. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt, okay? Follow me. Oh my goodness, see, my wife is here. My wifey at home with Mansa. Guys, check Mansa out. She's a very big YouTuber, but she's one of those humble big YouTubers, okay? Baby Girl for Life. She does amazing things with her 2 channels. Check her out at Home with Mansa. You're going to love it there. She does a lot of shopping hauls, decoration, anything you can think of that you can find, even cooking wares and all of that. Check at Home with Mansa. You will love it there. Thank you guys for joining me today. And for people from Facebook, thank you guys for being here. So yesterday when May posted those things, I believe the law office that she retained must have served Sarah Martins the document as well before she posted them online. Sarah Martin went on her Instagram to post a video. If I had known it was a song in Igbo language, I would have just stayed to myself or stayed by myself. I was trying to interpret the song. So when I heard the song from her Instagram page, I busted out laughing. I said, "Nah, you were defending your friend, a loyal friend like you call yourself. But what you need to do now, go make public apologies. I'm not going to take anything from you. Get your lawyers to write that you had no intention to harm anybody, to hurt anybody, to defame anybody's character. Simple. Put it out there. You can put it on print media, news media, blogs, your social media handles. Disseminate the information, and definitely that will take care of it. And also commit to what, making sure where you see people using that particular publication or your title, you tell them to desist from doing that, that you've retracted your statement. Okay? So as simple as that. But Sarah, if you feel you don't want, if you will feel like the will people, the chested people, I'm not going to do that. Why should I do that? Then you can go to court. You wait until 14 days elapse. They will sue you for 500 million naira. Especially in this time, there is no cash in Nigeria. So don't mind me. I want to add some humor to this, okay? All right. Oh, thank you, Priscan Jome. Thank you, my beautiful sis, all the way from Cameroon. Thank you for joining me today. So, guys, what am I saying today? If Sarah wants to end the whole thing, she will just do the needful, get in touch with the lawyers, do the public publication, and that will take care of it. But whereby she wants to be, the macho lady, I'm not gonna do that kind of person, then we'll hear their story in court. Okay, so let me pause this for this moment and get back to my other topic. I've been asking people, if you read Korra's book, let me know in the comment section and all of that. And I'm trying to as well wait for Korra's people to join me today. I said that book is packed with lessons, okay? Lesson for a young mother. I'm going to put them in categories so you can understand. Lesson for a young mother that you're about to have children. Lesson for a young girl, you're 18, you're going into colleges, universities. You have something to learn from that book. And lesson if you're marrying getting into an interracial marriage, lesson for you. If you're meeting a lover from online dating sites, lesson for you. If you're in a relationship, lesson for you. If you get married and you find yourself in a very toxic relationship, a big lesson for you. So I'm going to start dissecting that, and I'm truly confused as what May wants. Yul is not leaving Judy for anything. So May has a choice here. Okay. Mans, I'm gonna get back to that your question now. See, that is given. Yul is not leaving May for any reason. I know. It's confirmed. And the lady May is a very no lady Judith is a very strategic lady in the sense that she kept on getting movie productions, so that Yul will continue to stay in the eastern part of Nigeria with her, always acting from one movie to the another, to the other, to the other. So the time Yul will have to spend with May is limited, okay, because they don't have working relationship together. That's Yul and May. But with Judy, not only are they lovers, they are husband and wife, they have working relationship together. They are always on the scene. So what do you guys think that happen after the scene? They will be sharing the same bedroom in the after the scene. So they are constantly together. So living is not an option. But let me say this thing here, Mansa. If they were married according to Nigerian marriage act, just like court marriage in the US, that means that that marriage with Judy is not binding, unless if the clauses of the marriage act, you know, sometimes they are kind of difficult for you to prove, okay, to prove second marriage. Okay, they are kind of difficult to prove that the person violated section 370, which is the clause that covers bigamy in Nigerian marriage act. It's kind of difficult for you to prove it. So I don't know if May, as rather Yul, dotted all his I's and crossed all the T's before getting into marriage, knowing fully well that the first marriage he had with May was under the act. Then again, if May should sue Yul for divorce right now, that means that she's going to make that part very easy for Judy and Yul. Our advisor, Nne, don't sue. Drag it for another 10 years. Bam. After all, she's not looking for having children again. She's done having children. So if I'm May's attorney, I would say no, we are not gonna sue for divorce. We are not gonna file for divorce right now. No. Because the moment that divorce is filed and you said, okay, fine, you want divorce, I give it to you, then he will now go to the court and regularize the marriage between Judy Austin. That's easy part. And for somebody that hurt you so deeply, you don't want the person to have an easy part. That's what men do in Nigerian court when it comes to divorce. They want to suffer the woman. They want to squeeze some years out of you so that before you know it, wrinkles will start coming. You'll be in your 40s. You'll not be attracted to any other man. They want to make you suffer. So this is the time for me to slow down. Don't file divorce. I didn't know there was a marriage act before. Now there is. Don't file for divorce. No, don't. Drag it as long as you can. They can be getting their way having, but Judy will not still be regarded as a legal wife. But whereby a divorce is filed and the court grants divorce, that means very easy path for Judy Austin and Yul Edochie. So May, chill, no filing of divorce. I was among the people telling you to file for divorce, thinking there was no divorce marriage under the law. Now that the letter said they were married under the Marriage Act of Nigeria, that means they were married under the law. No, slow down on the divorce. If Yul give you headache too, you can file for bigamy. So that he will at least get some pepper too. But the thing is that he's still the father of your children. And because of the love of your children, you're not going to do that, lady. Okay? So slow down on that while the whole thing lasts. Okay? Yeah, so drag it like my neighbor's generator. Sarah involved herself in another family issue, but she is not the one that dragged May into polygamy. She's not the one that dragged me. May is warming up. She has a retainer now with her attorney, so they are warming up after Sarah Martins, right? It might be filing for bigamy, okay, against the husband. Maybe after the bigamy case will drag and drag. Nigerian court, they love dragging things like generator. 1 year, the case never begins, sir. 2 years, they never begin. They are still on adjournment. And by the time they are getting to 4 years, Star DK will be 5 or 6 years old. They now start hearing of the cases and all of that. They will drag that bigamy case, so drag it, drag it, drag it. Judy will be answering Judy Yul Edochie, but legally, they can't have them in document as man and woman until the pending issue about marriage, divorce with the first wife is all taken care of. So, May Yul Edochie, if you never buy those small generators, I pass you past my neighbor, go buy it and learn how to drag it. Then you'll be able to understand how you're going to drag this divorce. Don't be the first person to file. Don't rush it. There is no rushing here. Everybody will get their own water. That's the way it should be. All right. Thank you, Evelyn. Thank you for being here. By imprisoning Yul, she is invariably imprisoning herself because Yul and Judy are not slowing down. I know they are not slowing down, and I know she's not going to imprison you, not even because of Judy, okay? But for the love of her children, she will not do that because the children are going to tell her, Mommy, even if daddy did that to you, must you repay him back in the same coins? No. It doesn't. Two wrongs can never make it right. The kids are grown. My daughter is going to ask that question. Mom, in as much as daddy took another wife, that doesn't mean you should be this mean. So based on that, May will not imprison you. But let them start serving these legal notices. I like that. I like that it's coming. So that Sarah Martins, next time you have your friend, your loyal friend, or your bestie, or whatever in issue, be guarded with what you're saying. The word allegedly would have been fine, but you going to write categorically with their picture, posting their picture saying family as family should be. That is very insinuating that May is being a difficult person. That's why the family is not the way you intend it to be. So get your own water and then do the needful by doing public retraction and apology. I mean, is that easy? What about her mental well-being? Her women is going through it to forget the social media show. I feel see at this point, if May doesn't have a therapist, I will be sad to say that she's not helping herself. She needs to have someone she can go there, pour her situation, vent her anger. The person will swallow all of it, give her one or two things to do. If it's to register in yoga, you go do meditation, try to assimilate, understand how the brain works, how the brain functions. It will definitely help her a long way. It's gonna help her definitely. But right now, I am glad that she served this notice, in as much as Sarah wasn't the one that took her to polygamy. But remember, Judy Austin has not said anything to May. So you can't specifically have anything to sue her for now. So the people May has questioned with is this Sarah Martin and Yul Edochie. And remember, Yul in most of his comments was like May Butu. May Butu is May, please calm down. That's what that word means. Butu Obi, bring your heart down, please. He's still asking May to calm down. And still telling May, Zukwanike, May, you should rest. You should rest. So the family might still be talking to May to see how they are going to make all of this thing work. But at the same time, am I happy about this legal intent to sue? I am absolutely happy. It warmed my heart that May is taking some action, and I'm happy that some actions are in place. All right. Yul and Judy may even go on keep having kids, and personally, I see nothing good in any of this for May. She has to make a decision that frees herself and move on or moving. No. No. See, when I was doing cut attachment, I did cut attachment for 3 months. And then I was in Justice Oshodi's court and Justice Williams' court. Justice William is a lady that was a family court, and she is a daughter-in-law to Rotimi Williams, the famous legal luminary in Nigeria, son Rotimi Williams. of blessed memory. He's passed now. So when we got to Justice Oshodi's court, he had a lot of divorce cases, likewise Williams. But Justice Oshodi, I loved his style. He's a yuppie looking kind of man. Those lawyer judges now, when you get to their chambers, you'll be perceiving cigar. So he's that kind of man. Then we had like 3 cases on divorce at the time. Those men will come there crying in court, telling the judge how much they love their wives and all of that. At first, we were like, oh, why is it that this woman is being difficult and all of that? Then by the time the case is over, when we walk down after the case, you just walk down and find out other things to do, and while you wait for another court to sit in section. Then we now saw the same man that was saying how much he loved, not one man. No. We had 3 cases at the time. Come and see the kind of insult they were giving to their wives. That if I finish dealing with you, you know you've jammed rock. I say, whoa, all of us. Then when they adjourned the case, the next time they heard the case, that particular one was very, very mean, because they've gone to the Catholic bishops and all of that. The bishop, they've even given approval that the marriage should be annulled and divorced. But this man refused. That case has been in court for the past 7 years. The girl, they started the case before she went to university. The girl finished university. If you attend university in Nigeria, you know ASU can make you do 4-year course for 7 years. The girl finished university, the case was still in court. So by the time he got to Justice Oshodi looked at the file, went back through ages that they've been going back and forth. The only thing the man kept saying is that, I still love my wife. I still love my wife. When he got to that, the justice now, being somebody who understands the system, he told the man to his face that this is the last day I'm going to adjourn this case. By next hearing, I want you to get divorce papers signed, because I'm going to gravel on them. Just why divorce, Missy? The lawyer was like, the plaintiff was surprised. Why is this? No, I don't care whether you're still saying you love. You've been saying the same thing for the past 7 years. You still love your wife, just to make sure that this woman gets old in your hand. No, I'm gonna free this woman. You've gone through the community, your village people in the east. You've gone to your village people in Lagos. You went to church committee. You went to the point of seeing the Bishop of Catholic Church in Lagos, and they gave you guys go ahead. 4 years down the line, you haven't granted this woman divorce. Why? So they do that. So for that reason, May should not be in a hurry to go for divorce. After all, what does she have to lose? Nothing. She's no longer interested in childbearing. She has had enough. All she needs is to raise them. So I was saying last time I had a conversation, she should file for divorce and move on. I never knew that the marriage was under the act. Now that I have an understanding that the marriage was done under the act, she should not be in a hurry to file for divorce, because she's making an easy pathway for Judy and Austin. And these are the 2 people that hurt her so deeply. So everybody should have a part or feel the pain as well. All right. That is my own opinion. Anyway, so we can differ with our opinions, but no. And why do I even have this opinion? Let me say it here straight and categorically. If Yul had wanted to marry a second wife, maybe May wasn't able to give him children, or maybe May had all girls. As an Igbo man, you want a son, or maybe he, flat out wanted to have a second wife, and he found this lady and then approached me. I want to have a second wife. It's my desire to do all of that. And then May did not agree to it. He can go ahead and have his second wife, okay? And then it's different. It's different that you were screwing somebody's husband for 6 good years. All the while you were depriving her of joy and peace and quiet. You became the soulmate to another person's husband. And then suddenly that was not enough. You baited a child. Now you want to be married. That was too much now. That was too much. And that is the reason why they should receive water. Okay? I'm not against those that chose to be polygamous. Fine, it's your decision. If it fits you, fine. You have reasons for going into it. satisfy your reasons, I wish you well. But whereby the reason is because that you had a side chick that was causing me pain in my own marriage, and that is your reason. Everybody should receive the kind of pain I went through 6 years that you were doing this with my husband until you became a wife. We should all have a part to play in sharing of what the burden and the pain and the mental torture that the person went through. May has to free herself from Yula, move on. Yeah, she's already moving on. I know. She's doing that. Eventually, maybe by December, she will file for a divorce. But right now, let her have a feel, okay? That's what I feel. And that's my opinion. Anyways, so guys, that is another lesson to learn from. Like I said, today is lesson learn moment where we learn things from people's stories, people's experiences. We don't have to wait until we fall victims before we learn. We don't have to wait until we find ourselves in May Edochie's shoes before we learn. If you hear that your husband is having a relationship with another woman and that relationship is lingering, and you try to talk to your husband, talk your husband out of it, and he's not heeding to instruction that you guys made a vow to commit to each other, to love each other till death do you part, all those sweet things they say in marriage altars, okay? And he's not giving you, that is the time for you to swing to action. You don't wait until they go and produce a child or get into marriage before you start reacting. May did not react on time, though we can't say for sure if she has been talking to her husband over the years about this same lady and the husband refused to listen. That we cannot say because May hasn't given her own side of the story to that extent. But the thing is, if you're a lady listening to me, if you're a woman and you notice that your husband is cheating, from the day you notice the man is cheating, that's the day you have to up your game. You have to state it categorically. I don't want the route you're going. I don't like what you're doing. You're hurting me. You're hurting the family, the children, and I need you to redress it. If you're not going to take action, this is AYZ that I'm going to do. And that is the time to call the bluff off. That is the period. You don't have to wait until that relationship gets to 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 7 years, 10 years before you now start. No, you have to, the moment you got the information that this is what is happening, that is when to swing into action. So if you're a young lady there and this is what your husband is doing, nib it from the beginning. Don't wait until your husband is devoted to that side chick. Because that side chick might offer what you're not offering to your husband. He might sweep your husband off his feet, and that will become what? His bed of roses. So if you know you don't want to have a second wife or a permanent side chick, when you notice your husband is cheating, that is when to swing into action. Don't delay. And whereby you cannot deal, you can always take a walk. If you cannot deal with a cheating man, there is no point patching it. Marriage should be enjoyed, not tolerated. It should not be endured. It's not an endurance race. Marriage is an enjoyment journey whereby you keep growing with your partner. You guys started when you guys were a lot younger. You're enjoying it together, working on it, making it to be suitable for both of you because it can never be perfect. This person might miss it today. The other day, the person will get it right. You guys manage it and then get it going. When you guys get to your stable place, enjoyment sets in. It's not endurance race. It's not. Anybody telling you you have to endure that your husband is cheating and you don't like a cheating man, the person is not giving you a good advice. Okay? Remember the vow you took. My body I give unto you, till death do you part. Your body belongs to me, till death do you part, in sickness and in health, in poor. And I say, no, you're not in poor. In richness I stand. I know. At this point, y'all cannot tell me what to do. Yeah, May is running solely by herself now. She has a decision to make and all over. True, discovered he was cheating with my friend. I asked him to move out, and that was it for the marriage. Yeah, You take a decision immediately. If the person is not willing to change from the point you discovered a cheating husband, you don't have to stay there. No, 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 no. Unless if you have room to accommodate other people, then you can stay there. I remember in the university those days, my next door neighbor, she's a Yoruba girl, and she's a Yoruba Muslim. So she was in third year, I was in fourth year when we are sharing, just a wall as room. I think she was on 21, I was on 22, room numbers, that kind of. So because we'll meet in the faculties and all of that. If she has questions, I'm a class ahead of her, she always comes to me then. So we talk about the story, talk about the case we discuss. So one day we were talking about marriage, and that was when she was in third year, because in third year in Nigerian University, they will teach you marriage act. Okay, family law. That's when it happens, third year in the university. So we are talking about it, and then you read some cases, you like your mouth will open that you can't be able to move your jaw to close. What happens in marriages? Cases that already been decided. So we are like talking. I said, wait, though, people would really try so they can marry many wives. She said, yeah, that she's a Muslim, that she doesn't mind shifting for another woman to come. That was a young girl. I think at the time she was maybe 18 or 19. She was telling me that she wouldn't mind shifting, but because her religion accepts shifting, so it wasn't a big deal for her. So if you know you cannot accommodate another woman from the onset of you finding out that your husband is a cheating man, you have to start working on it immediately. Don't even slow down. There is nothing like don't slow down. You have to push that, acceleration on until you get that thing taken care of. All right. All right. All right. So now that we've talked about May Edochie, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you guys think that May serving a letter of intent to sue to Sarah Martin is a good thing? Or do you think she's pushing it too far? Because I discussed with a friend of mine yesterday. Say, now May Zukwanike, why is May doing that? What did Sarah do? Sarah only made a comment. I say, yeah, but to me, that comment was, damaging to her reputation. She's an international star now. So so that's why my friend didn't just understand it with me. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section, and I'll be dropping my link for anybody that wants to jump in so we can dissect these topics together. All right. So I'm going to shift a little bit to Korra Obidi's book, Korra is Life. And if you have read Korra's book, wave to me in the comment section. Let me know if you have read Korra's book, Korra is Life. Why do I say that book is packed with lessons? I, for one, I don't want to make the mistake, okay? Because you know what? They did not create the world when I was born. The world has been created long before I was born. So a lot of people had made mistakes and learned from it and moved on and then wrote books, left lessons for people like me to read and to avoid making those mistakes. So that is my approach about life. I love reading people's biography, people's memoir, people's story, life journey, so that I can learn a thing or two to avoid mistakes. Maybe because I came from a large family and I happen to be at the bottom. I have 5 sisters, all older than me. So you can imagine all of them married before me. They have children. Some are grandmothers already. Okay. So you can understand that I have learned a lot of lessons before now, and I'm still learning because every day for me is a teaching moment. I use everything I learn to also teach my children. I will tell you, you don't have to make the mistake that this person made, okay? You learn from that mistake to avoid it when it gets to your turn. So, Korra's book, why do I say is a teaching moment? I'm going to start from the very first chapter to tell you why the thing is a teach. Every part of that book story is something you have to learn. There are so many lessons to learn. If you haven't bought the book, read it for yourself. You'll be able to understand. If you're a mother, okay, or a father, or about to be parents, and you have intention of making sure your kids get private tutors and all of that to lecture them, make sure you are your child's friend, first of all. Why do I say you have to be your child's friend? Yeah, I know we want to discipline our kids. I know we want to Tell them, be firm with our children. At the same time, make sure you are a friend to your child so that that child can be free to tell you when a stranger is crossing the boundaries. Knowing fully well that my mother will believe me, my mother will understand me, my father will trust me. Make sure your child can relate to you. Be relatable with your children. Don't be that mother that is always tight fist, always action, action, action. You can't come down to their level to make them understand, honey, I need you to know this. You can tell me anything, everything, whether it's happening at school, with your friends, with strangers, feel free. No matter how bad it might sound, mommy got your ears to listen to your story. That is a very starting point. Why am I saying this? We want our kids to excel in academics. We want them to excel in their hobbies. If you have a private tutor that teaches your child how to play piano, how to play violin, how to be better at math, English, and English enrichment, or whatever it is you want your child to be better at, and you employ the services of a private tutor, make sure you supervise that teaching. If possible, get CCTV. If they have a private place, maybe the library or study in your home where the teacher will come and sit to teach your child, make sure there is a CCTV in there. Your child will know about it. There is a CCTV in the house, okay, because you have CCTV at home. Make sure so that you watch what is happening when you're not there with your children. Also, if you have nannies, make sure you have CCTV so you can observe how your kids are cared for. That is lesson number 1. You're going to learn it if you read the book. I'm not here to tell you the stories in the book because I need that girl to make money from the book. That is the labor. Her labor, that is her hard work. So you read the book, but trust me, that is number 1 lesson you will find from that book. So if you're a young mother or intending to be a parent, start down to understand, adjust your tone with your kids. When it's time for you to be firm, yeah, show them your mommy and you're the elder there. It's time for you to be their friend. Make them understand they can relate to you. They can tell you anything. Even when somebody is having crush or they're having crush on somebody, let them know, yeah, you can tell mommy about it. You can tell daddy about it. Don't drive your kids away with all the time, especially we Africans. We know how to shout on our kids. Always, whoa, no, sometimes turn it down so that your kids will not be afraid of you. When things happen, they cannot be able to relate back to you because, first of all, they are going to say, if I tell my mom now, she's going to beat me, she's going to do this, she will not believe me. Trust your child. It's the child you're raising. Trust that child. That is lesson number 1. You're going to find the reason why I'm saying is lesson number 1 in Korra Obidi's Korra is Life. And for the young girl, you're 18, you're going into the university this year in August. A lot of our kids from where I live will be going into colleges and all of that. And then you get to university, you think, okay, people will be kind to you. You're good looking, you're smart, you're relatable, you're friendly. Definitely you meet 1 or 2 persons that will like you. And the next thing, you start calling them besties. You young girl or young boy going into university, know that number 1 bestie you can actually have if you're a girl is your mother. And for a boy, your father can still be your bestie. In as much as you guys might fight at home, because I know when the pubic hormones start raging, the child will think, I know it all. I got the world covered. I have the world in my palm. I understand. But even at all, at that, still understand that the most trusted people you have in your lives are your parents. They can never misguide you. Good parents. I know there are still bad people that are parents as well. So when you know that, when you're going into university with your free mind, I am free. Daddy is not there to tell me pick my clothes. Mommy is not there to tell me you haven't done dishes. You do things at your own space, when you want, when you don't want. You are by yourself, living alone in your dorm, in your hostel. But and then you start making all these people strangers you just meeting, bestie, bestie, bestie. Let me give you a warning sign here, which you're going to discover in the book. As you call those bestie, be rest assured to reserve some of your self and your dignity to yourself. Why do I say that? Don't throw your whole trust on strangers you just met simply because they appear kind to you or nice to you. Don't. Because you know what? If you do that, you might end up having a big problem, because that bestie will betray you to the point that you feel like the next option is for the ground to open for you to cover yourself. It happens all the time. It also happened to Korra. So when you read Korra's book, you hear her story. That is lesson number 2. All right. That part made me so sad, the things that girl had endured. Yes, I know. If you read Korra's book, you understand. I don't want to spill it here because I need you to buy it. I believe Just Babe bought the book. She read the book. So, oh, that part, when I read it, Just Babe, I was like, oh, that is the worst thing that will happen to a young woman, even a young boy. The worst thing. Yes, make your children comfortable to bring anything to you is very important. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you for joining me today. Please don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed, okay? Puberty is at its peak. Yes, so when the hormones are raging. So I've talked about lesson 1, lesson 2, and then lesson number 3, you're going into a relationship. Maybe you met somebody through dating site. Everybody will bring their best, you bring your best foot forward. This is me, best picture, every character listed. You cross all of them, they matches. But when you now meet the person in person, it might be an opposite of what the person listed as his or her character. So you're going to start being on a watch out. Why do I say that? You don't just throw your heart on a stranger you just met because you don't know that person's background. You have to be on a watch out. You have to understand, try to understand. A little patience will help in dealing with that. And then you start observing things, how the person treats you, how the person relates to you. If the person is kind, if the person is patient with you, if the person can endure your own flaws, because we all have flaws, okay? Those are where you start watching for red flags before you get into marriage. If you're in a relationship, I keep saying this and I'm going to say it here again. If you're in a relationship with a man and he hits you the first time, trust me, he's going to hit you tomorrow if he marries you. One. He's going to hit you tomorrow if he marries you. Because the first time he hits you, and the next thing he'll run out and buy you roses and then apologize, buy you gifts to win your soul back. And then you forgive him. You will move on. That is number 1 red flag, and you have to call it off the moment you discover that. I do have a guest with me here today, so I'm going to welcome my one and only, the beautiful Mel Fitness. Thank you for joining me today. Trending Gist with Octavia.
Thank you, host, for having me. Interesting conversation. I love your analysis.
Thank you. So what do you think about what is going on with May and Sarah Martins? What is your opinion?
I really do like what is happening, and I love the move that May made, because I think this is going to teach a whole lot of people lessons. Just because you have a friend doesn't mean that when your friend is doing something that is wrong, you will not say it. And if you feel like you cannot say a thing to your friend, then don't even come out in public to defend that evil act of a friend of yours just because the person is your friend. Whichever way you want to look at it, it is wrong. Because if you were a woman that never knew, because okay, let's just give Judy the benefit of doubt that you lied. You know how some men will say things that it's not even in this planet just to get in between a woman's skirt. So let's say Judy is saying you said something like we're no longer together, or we're separated, or we're divorced and whatnot, and she didn't bother to at least investigate. And someone like you, it's not even difficult to find out if he's still with his partner. So how do you justify that act, that you come out in public and you go on a big platform like that of Daddy Freeze and you spew those kind of words from your mouth, forgetting the fact that these are two women and one is absolutely wrong, even if you want to look at it traditionally, which is the point that a lot of people are giving. And I still think that is not making sense, because the tradition still did not state that you should bring in the second or third wife or 10th wife from the back door.
Yeah.
It still states that the first wife should know. They are not saying she needs to give her consent and say, okay, you can, even if she says no,
Yes, you
as
can
far as
go
she
ahead.
is aware, she cannot report you to the elders. She cannot take you to the king. She cannot take you to the lawmakers of the community, because the case will favor you. Because the first thing the elders will ask is, did he inform you that the second wife is coming? You say yes, but I said no. They were like, no, that is not did he inform you? You knew. But this case, May is saying she did not know. And some people are arguing that somebody dropped a comment on my Facebook, my stream, and the person said that Destiny Etiko, all of this is alleged, that Destiny Etiko told me. All these things we're hearing, and I was like, did Destiny tell you that? That she told May, and May didn't believe what she said. But even if people were telling May, and May is confronting the husband is saying, there's no truth to what you're saying. And maybe she did her investigation. She never caught them red-handed. I remember yesterday when you were explaining, one of the things you said they taught you people in law school was part of the Sharia law. Well, they are not, but I'm just giving an example. They say that you have to catch somebody red-handed, and she didn't have
Yes,
that
to
proof.
prove it.
Yeah, so
To
she
prove
never
it.
caught Judy and this person, her husband, in a hotel room in a compromised position, you know. So it's possible that she just took his words, being that this is somebody she knew from when they were young, they didn't have anything, young love and whatnot. So you
Okay.
cannot come out and say things like this. The woman was careless. She didn't care. That is why this happened. What do you mean? The woman didn't care. She didn't care, but she had 4 kids with this man. She didn't care. She was running their family business. She didn't care. She made sure he was okay. You know, going from Lagos to Asaba or Enugu to shoot. So there is no sense, and I think this is absolutely good that this is happening. Let's see what this lady is going to do. At least when next she wants to defend someone, she will be careful with the kind of words coming out from her mouth.
Definitely. Definitely. Thank you so much, host. I really understand where you're going, and you've been very passionate about May, Judy, and all of that. You know, I really appreciate you for your contribution today. So I'm gonna ask. I don't know if you were able to read that Korra's book.
No,
You've not been able
I've
to
not
read
read
it.
her book yet. Yeah.
Okay. So the book is actually is a story. Is a story from her childhood up until this time that we know her. So it's something every woman should read. And I'm going to do a book review, but not now. We need her to sell this book, and the book is selling very fast. The hard copy as of 4 days ago was sold out in England, and the people are still buying. Okay, so and it's still going to go to Africa, go to Nigeria through Okada Books and all of that. So I will be doing book review in the future, but right now I just want to talk about the lessons learned about the book, and also even from this Yul Edochie, lessons learned as well. Yesterday we talked about it to prove you know an adultery in Islam is hard. You know, you have to catch the person red hand. You have to get them in the act for you to prove it, which most times is difficult. But do they get around it? They do get around it. And for May and Judy, May will not, easily go to court to sue for bigamy. You understand? Because of the children. That's one thing I know. Because whatever we do today, we are looking at for posterity. You understand? You wouldn't want something you do, and then when you get back in your closet or in your bedroom, you'll be crying, and soaking your pillows because your kids are not happy. You yourself, you're not happy. Your parents are not happy. Remember, no matter how people push her to do things, she still has to think about the children first before she takes action. Somebody left me a comment here that May was Sarah wasn't the one that led her to polygamy. That is given, but did she contribute to making her feel bad? Yes. If you listen to that the free show, you were like, wow, this girl, she knew too much about the whole thing, and she didn't just that means from the onset, she already knew what was going on.
Exactly.
Because the way she spoke like somebody who knows. Even when they get a hotel room,
Yeah,
they
like
will
someone
know.
coming from inner kakus.
When they checked it and checked out, she knows. When they did this and
Absolutely.
she was talking so hard, talking so hard. I was like, wow. I wish I would have somebody that would defend me like this. So it would be sweet though.
Not when somebody's doing something bad. If somebody's doing something right, of course you defend the person as your friend. But in a case like this, it's better to just keep quiet. You know?
Absolutely. Let the people, I remember one time somebody judged me because when they were talking about Diana Ikweme and the
Yeah.
cage, and they were like, how is it that I did not say anything? I say, wait, I can't cry more than the bereaved. Okay.
Yeah.
So if Diana felt what they said about her child, does not suit her, she has a platform, a huge platform. She will
True.
come there and make her statement. I
Yeah.
cannot carry her burden upon my head. Now, so I did do my life.
Exactly.
And Sarah came and carried the, but she posted a video yesterday. Let's just make it a little humor so we can laugh a little. She posted a video yesterday with an Igbo song that if she had
Oh,
known, she would have stayed by herself, or stayed on her own. That
really?
who asked her to join this matter now that they say 500 million. She was like this.
Nah.
I couldn't stop laughing with that song. I say Sarah is a clown. Honestly, she's a clown.
God.
But I guess I guess she will do the right thing by speaking to her own lawyers, and they will advise her on what to do. There is no point dragging this. But if she doesn't have good
Yeah.
lawyers, lawyers, the more they go to court, the more you pay. They will tell her, let's go to court, let's go to court, so that she'll be paying
True.
them for services. So if she's a wise woman, avoid the lawsuit. It's not good for you. And I
There's
don't know if
nothing
you
wise
have.
in that person now. From the move the person made already, you can tell that she and that her friend, both of them are not really smart when it comes to general stuff. They are only smart in jumping into other people's beds and things like that. They are professionals. I give it to them. They are very good at it. But when it comes to navigating in
No,
life,
no.
I don't think they are
Let
both
me let
smart.
me give them a benefit of doubt. Okay, let me give this lady Sarah every benefit of doubt that she's going to do a good thing, because trust me, with the
Yeah.
way things are going in Nigeria, some lawyers will advise her what they should go to hell. Let's go to court. But
Yeah.
that is not for her own interests. Okay, the lawyer wants to be paid
True.
for services. So if she's
Yes.
wise, the best thing to do is to go say, I'm sorry if my statement offended the Edochies, May Edochie precisely, and your children. I hereby make public apologies, retracting my statement that I said, and that the freeze show, blah, blah, blah. And anybody using that picture or my statement to continue to make videos or publications should desist from doing that. Whereby you fail to stop, you can be they can join you in this lawsuit. She can just
Yeah.
say that, because some lawyers want to be paid. They will tell her, no, 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 let's go to court. If you're smart, just after all, it was all transit and then write up that you made, just go back, take back your word. It doesn't cost you anything. It's not gonna remove any hair from your body. It's not gonna reduce your beauty or decrease your hips, Sarah. No, your hips is still going to be intact. Your hair will be intact. Your beauty will still be intact. Just do the needful. All right. Master said the audacity of that lady. The audacity was the way she was talking, bala bala. Hey, she was her mouth was. I said, wow, wow. After watching that video, I remember Uju's talk show came and did a short video. I said, okay, now it's obvious that May and Judy and Austin, it's been a long time they've been together. Going by what Judy's friend, people now understood it better. She came to
And the
defend.
fact that, host, sorry for calling, the fact that I just saw somebody's video where the person screenshot the full comment that you dropped on Sarah's page.
Uh-huh.
And the fact that you went there with his profile and wrote something like that, it means that this lady is an inner Kakus person. She knows
Of
every
course
move
now.
that you and Judy was making, even before the child, even before Judy got pregnant.
Yeah. She's been in the picture. She's been in the
Yeah,
picture. She's been in the picture, honestly. So I am happy May is taking this action. And for some people, they say, no, May is Zuanike. No, May is Zuanike already. But the thing is this, she still has to do the needful. So I'm happy she's taking the action. They are street smart, but not book smart. Oh, yeah. Mansa, you can say that again. I totally agree with you on this one.
absolutely.
I hope she's really smart to do the right thing because I know the way the legal system works back home. If a lawyer wants to make more money, you'll be taking you to court. Some of them, I'm sorry, I'm going to say this, my legal luminaries. Some of them is even if it's a case that's supposed to be decided immediately, they will drag. Okay, today I just want to. We are not ready for hearing. We are just going to seek for adjournment. You're paying fees because he's appearing in court. You understand? So far they appear in court, you're paying fees. So let her be smart, not to waste her money.
Host, do
Do
you
it
blame
right.
them when you spend so many years in school with fees and everything? Of course, you have to make back the money. So when people like this that are not street, that are not smart, then they want to act smart and try to defame somebody else, then pay the lawyer, beg. They went to school, they bought those giant books. Pay for it now, okay? Next time you
Look
hold
at
your
what
mouth.
Imelda said. Imelda said, pride may not allow her to do the needful. Okay, now let them go to court. They will soon have for 500 million naira. He day here. Let them go to court if she's still
I think
thinking
so
about
too.
pride.
I think pride might play a huge part, except she has some other friends that will actually advise her otherwise. Because the Judy too look like someone that is full of herself, and if it's the both of them advising each other, this lady might not want to apologize. She might want to take her chances in court.
But what kind of pride are we even talking about here? To say that I'm sorry and I retract my word, is that what is difficult for people?
She's a celebrity now, host. She's a
Celebrity that the
celebrity.
account is not even verified. Which celebrity? Is it A-list or D-list celebrity? Which one?
That's why she inserted herself now. Are we not talking about her now? You see, that's how
No.
she
Do you know I
inserted
had to
herself in this
type?
whole brouhaha.
I typed her name the first time I didn't find her. I had to go back to May Edochie's letter to get her full name. Celebrity, no. You just type the first 3 letters. The thing will pop up.
Yeah, me too. I didn't find up till now. I couldn't find her Instagram. I only found her Facebook.
I went to the letter May wrote to get her full name before I was able to get it. So celebrity what? When you're talking about celebrity, she's not an A-list, she's not a B-list, she's not a C-list celebrity. So as far as I'm concerned, she's a businesswoman. That's where I want to look at her. She's a businesswoman, and if she knows what is good for her, she should just do the needful and close this matter so that May and Judy can fight their battle and not including her into the mess. Honestly, she's posting 500 million. Laughed at so hard. Yeah, I saw that. I couldn't stop laughing. And the song behind that 500 million post, she said if she had known, she would have stayed by herself and stayed on her own. I couldn't stop laughing. You left a very foolish comment on her senseless post. Oh, I didn't see. Yeah, okay. On that post where she said Zukwani Keme. Now, it shows that she must have told Judy about it and then told Yul about it, because she said it in Daddy Freeze live stream that people are here crucifying her. That they didn't even ask if she got permission from the people involved. So she must have gotten permission from her friend and probably from you, but they were not the only adults there. You did not get permission from Yul's daughter, who is also a young adult. You did not get permission from May Edochie, and then she felt getting permission from Yul or Judy was enough for her to post it. Now you see, she shot herself on the leg here. And like I said, if she knows what is good for her, she should take herself out of this case so that Judy and May and Yul will find themselves in court eventually. So you advise me not to file divorce that at to the advantage of Eula. So she is going to be sleeping around while dragging the case. Sleeping around while dragging the case. I don't know. Everybody can be sleeping around. For the fact that you don't have a man in your life doesn't mean you should be sleeping around, okay? If she wants to file for divorce, she should file for divorce. But if she does that, it's just an easy path she will give them. Because once that divorce is concluded, let's assume she filed today and Judy will put some pressure on you, you will sign the document. The next day, the divorce is over, okay? What they will go to registry in Enugu and get legally married. Who is still, you think even if she gets divorced tomorrow that she will not be suffering? She will suffer this for the rest of her life. Divorce doesn't stop the moment, the pain doesn't stop the moment the divorce papers are signed. That's the part people don't know. May is going to continue to suffer. You know what? The children are a reminder of their father. When you look at the children, you see your husband. So it's a continuous thing for May. Is how she can manage and deal with that is what matters, not for her. And again, it's not, now that they've been going back and forth, I'm answering Dennis. Now they've been going back and forth. Has she been sleeping around? Or do you think she's sleeping with you? She's not. They are not even getting intimate anymore because there is no peace in that home. So how has she been managing herself now? So that should even be the subject of discussion if you ask me. Francis, thank you for coming. What's going on here? I'm late. You're not late, sweetheart. You're not late. You're not late at all. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate that. Let her not be the fly that will follow the corpse to the grave. Absolutely. For something where no concern you said. That is my point for Sarah. If Sarah is wise, she should just do the needful. Post it on your Instagram. Do a publication. Send it to Linda Ikeji or Daddy Freeze so that Daddy Freeze can post it. Or ask Daddy Freeze to re-invite you again. You can come there and say the things back the other way and say, I am sorry to everyone here, blah, 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 blah. And please, if you're still using this picture and my title, please stop, because if you don't, you might get to be called into a legal battle and all of that. It's that simple. I hope she will do the needful. I hope she will not go and start forming Akwobi people, those big, broad-chested men. I hope she wouldn't do that. You all are all okay. What we are talking about, a lot of things. We are talking about May Edochie's taking legal action concerning her situation, and also I'm talking about lessons learned from Korra Obidi's book, Korra is Life. So these are the two things we are discussing today. And so far, it's been very interesting. Divorce is brutal, and it is literally breakdown of one's souls. Yes, I agree with you. It literally breakdown of one's soul, but you get over it with time. Absolutely, you get over it with time. That is the case. Yes, you do. I'm gonna tell you guys a little story about a young lady that she got separated from her husband eventually at the age of 23. She had two kids. Eventually, she got her divorce finalized and everything. The man didn't want to give her a divorce. So when they call for court, the man will not come. The lawyers will not come. So, and the lady has moved city. So she'll be flying all the time to the place where the marriage was contracted, because that where they had jurisdiction to hear the case. Flying back and forth, flying herself, flying her lawyers from Lagos to that place all the time. The guy was not. Eventually, they were heard because the judge saw how the man was not willing. So by the time the judge examined their file and their case and then said, you know what? I don't really have jurisdiction over this matter because you guys never did any registry or had any marriage in court. I would send you guys back to the customary court. If the man is not ready to come and collect his bride price, just have to drop it at the customary court and get the man informed. Eventually, after many years, that was what happened. Did the lady remarry immediately? No, he didn't remarry. She didn't remarry because she was so frightened to get him back. She was so traumatized. She didn't even trust any man enough to say, yeah, my husband. She was young, 23. She was already divorced. And then she continued. Guess what? When the kids grew up to get married, that's what I'm saying. When they say the divorce and sleep, it doesn't. For the fact that she files divorce papers today and get it signed, it does not end there. When that woman's child, she had two daughters, when they were getting married, you have to still call the man you haven't spoken to in 20, 30 years. So he called the man's parents because they are Igbos. The daughter is getting married. He spoke to the man's brother because that one, she kept tab with the ex-husband's brother. From time to time, they reach out to each other that my daughter is getting married. I need to get the family informed. So that brother to the husband now informed everybody. But she still had to talk to her ex-husband. You haven't spoken to this man maybe over 20, 25, 28 years of the kid's life. He never contributed to anything. He never asked about the children. He never paid, not even a birthday card, okay? But because Igbo tradition require you to go back to your father's house for traditional marriage, the daughter said, you know, mom, I'm not going to do my tradition. I want to go and do my tradition in your father's place. The mother, being a good woman with good conscience, she said, no, honey, we are not going to do it that way. But I promise you, you're going to have a beautiful traditional marriage. So what she did was to hire caterers in her own parents' home. They cooked overnight, carried every food, every drink, everything they were going to use to serve food to make sure that her guests were entertained. She carried everything, moved everything to the husband's place. And when it was time for the man, the father came out. This is a child you haven't spoken with for years, but they have to pay the bride price. So for people thinking that divorce, especially when it concerns the Igbos, it ends there. No, it doesn't just end there. You will still have encounter with that man in the future when your kids are getting married, when they're taking wives and all of that. You definitely encounter. And that was what happened. So when they now said the father had to give the girl drink, and the girl gave the drink to her husband, they finished all of that. What the girl did, because she was really angry with her father, when it was time for you to do the bridal dance, right? She went in and brought, eventually the mother married after 20 something years, the mother got married. She went in and danced with her stepfather in her father's compound. So the pain of divorce, it lingers as far as there are kids in the marriage, okay? She can still get down with daddy on cold nights while she drags the legal generator. They are still legally married. Nansa Queen! Oh my God, I don't want laughter to kill me here, honestly. Anybody that would hire you as a lawyer is blessed because you are kind and full of knowledge. Thank you so much, Mammy. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate. See, we have to be passionate about something and we have to be kind. I made a short live stream yesterday telling people to be kind to Korra because of the way they were dragging the lady. And I might talk about it a little bit here, but thank you guys immensely for this contribution. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. Rose Huja is still here. All of you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So, Trending G's, if you're still here, what do you think about what Mansa Queen said? Mansa Queen said she can still get down with daddy on cold nights while she drags the legal generator. They are still legally married. What do you think if you're still here?
Well, she can, but the thing is, her spirit might not, even her body might not move her to do it. That's just the thing. But truly, they are still legally married, so it's not wrong to do something like that. But I don't think at this point the level of anger that she's holding inside of her will allow her to even want to lay, even if nothing is happening, just to lay that in same bed. I don't think when he's in Lagos, she sleeps in their matrimonial bed. I believe she will sleep in maybe the daughter's room, because the daughter might be off in the school, university. So she might sleep there. When he leaves, she goes back to the matrimonial. But you just cannot deal because you don't want to strangle somebody in the night. So let alone getting intimate. I think she has, except he will do away with the other lady,
Yeah.
sincerely apologize, and that will take long time before she can
That
slowly get to a
see,
point where she might be
Mel,
able to do
Mel,
something
you're
with him.
asking too much. Oh. That is a dream, a wish list. Get away with the other lady that they've sold their. Didn't you hear Sarah say they are soulmates? It's not happening. It's not happening. Look at what Just Babe said now. Oh my God, I'm dealing with this problem right now. My ex-husband is Igbo, and my daughter doesn't want her boyfriend to go ask for her hand from him. But Igbo tradition dictates he has to be consulted. You see what I'm saying? That is the fact. You just have to find a way. Just Babe, you have to find a way to talk to your daughter. It was a difficult thing for that lady, but she spoke to her daughter. She said she convinced her daughter of everything. Say, this is just ceremonial, okay? We just have to do this. But trust me, the moment that, giving of wine, go look for your husband, that's the only obligation the father had to do that day. That was the only obligation. The rest were the omona, the family people, that will decide the bride price, not just the ex-husband. But the obligation is that the man will pour the drink and hand it over to the daughter. So the moment that was done, the girl was like, when she said she was, well, because I kind of spoke with them and she said, Auntie, when I was taking that drink, I was just looking at this man. Why should I even take drink from this man? You see a child that is still going through moments, because they left when she was about will I say age 7, or no, she was about 8, I think, going to primary 4. From that age 8 until she finished her master's degrees and then got married at 30. Was it at 30? 29, 30. The man never asked, how are you? But they had to go back to do the needful. So it's so painful, but you have to find a way, Just Babe, to talk to your daughter. Make sure you take care of everything. It's just that part. I am getting married. This is the boy I want to get married to, and all of that. You just have to get that blessing. That is what the tradition requires. But is divorce fun? No. Does it stop by the filing of a divorce case? That is not the end of it. It lingers so far there are children into the marriage. And I said it here, and you can see somebody is going through the same thing I tried to explain. Find a way, Just Babe, to talk to your daughter. Let her also swallow that pain a little bit, because I know it's difficult. If anybody is going to tell you, no, it's not difficult for the child, it's extremely difficult for the child, especially if the man has been a monster. Okay, it's difficult. If the man has not been there in their lives, it's difficult. So, but you have to cajole your daughter into accepting it, and then by the time you guys do that needful, that ceremonial part, that is the end for that's the very end. It's not easy. My children were 4 and 2.5 when they married. Imagine, just like that. If my friend, the person I give her story here, they were 3 and 1 plus, or less than 3, 2 plus, and then the other one was 10 months when the marriage was over. You understand? That was the age, 10 months and 2 plus. That was when they married. So eventually, because of Igbo tradition, after the divorce, the family came and took the children from the woman. You can't resist. So she handed over the children to their father. The man was with them until the first child was about 8 plus. She went back and got her children. By all means necessary, she got her children back and raised them until the man never cared where they were, if they were eating, birthdays, anything. He never asked until they got married. And after the marriage, is he following up with his children and grandchildren? I guess he hasn't spoken to that girl since after the marriage. And that's how bad divorce could be, okay? So try and find a way to talk to your daughter to accepting some of those things, because it's not something you can jump, you know, unless if you want to do it the other way, which I will not advise. All right, guys, you guys are really, 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 really engaging today, and I must applaud you guys for this conversation because it's very interesting and it's an eye opener. Okay, why am I saying that? I talked about bigamy in trending G story. You can also go watch that live stream. I don't want us to go back and forth on that. I talked about bigamy, the sections of the act that cover that, and situations whereby you can get charged for that particular contradicting that particular section of the act. So those we talked about in Trending G's channel yesterday evening. So it's still fresh. I think that's the last stream she did. You can find it there. Thank you guys for being so kind with your time. Thank you for being very gracious. So I'm going to go back to Korra Obidi's story. Why am I saying a lot of lessons to be learned? I talked about two lessons, talked about relationship, which is the third one, red flags. Always watch out for red flags in relationships. Yeah, most people did not, but make sure you do, okay? Because if you find yourself in the point of, I'm gonna endure, marriage is not an endurance race. It's not 1,500 meter that you're going to endure. Marriage is forever, okay? And whereby you start from day one to consider yourself that you're now going to assume the name endurance because you feel you're in love. Please, please come out from that euphoria that you're into. Come out from that. That is not the real love. Love is patience. Love is kind. If the person cannot be kind towards you, don't get involved, because it might be very bad and difficult for you to come out if you have gotten in. So the best thing for you to remain single until you find the right person. Why did I say that? Cora met Justin in China and all of that. She fell in love with this guy and she saw some red flags, which I want you to read for yourself. And then, based on those red flags, she said if she had known, she would have worked on those red flags, but she accommodated it, felt thinking that that is normal. Is never normal. It's never normal for a man to call you names. It's never normal for a man to abandon you in will I say, where in a strange place. It's never normal for a man to hit you. Anybody that hits you in relationship, trust me, mark this day that I'm saying it and take my channel's name, that person is gonna hit you in the marriage. I have a friend that when she was going in through her own marital problem, I was like, that this guy seems so sweet. I know him. I've interacted with him several times. Why is he behaving this way? Why? Could that be anything? And I'll ask the question. I wasn't married at the time. That was about um will I say 13 or thereabout years ago. And I said, has he beat you before? She now opened up, yes, when they were in the university, there was something happened, and that was how he hit her and then came to apologize. I say, you see, maybe that's why he's doing it again, because that time he hit you the first time, you did not take an action. And you felt it was okay because he said he was sorry. This my skin where you look like papa. If I get a scratch, it turns red. If I hit my leg on the edges of the bed, it turns black. Okay, the blood will show me that it's dark. So I don't even want to have a scratch from any human being born in this life. Let it be the accident. Maybe I mistakenly scratched myself. Let it be the one I can handle. So if you find yourself in a relationship and somebody hits you in that relationship, pack your things and leave. That will be the end of the relationship. If the person does not respect you in that relationship, leave. If the person is abusive, leave. The person is not going to change. You know why I say that? It's very difficult for you to change an adult, for you to reform an adult. It's very difficult, especially an unwilling person that is not determined to change. It's difficult. They will make you think that all the problem, the reason why they hit you or why they call you names, insult you, is because you are the problem. Girl, you are not the problem. And the moment you realize that you are not the problem, rather the person doing those things has a personal problem that you're not aware of, because the last time I checked, you're not a psychologist to evaluate people. Realize the person has a problem for laying his hands on you, for calling you names, unspeakable names, yeah, and take a walk. Take a walk. After that first slap, that is the end of it. Because if you stay and take another slap, you continue to receive it, and they will continue to buy you gifts. It will take from buying you bouquet of roses to buying you perfumes, to then the next thing, if the money comes in the future while you keep enduring and tolerating in the marriage, they will be changing your cars at every slightest provocation, because they will give you a slap or beat you up and then beg you with a gift that you cannot reject. So, my sweetheart, your sanity is more important than any gift or any apology gift that your man could ever offer you. Your mental state, your sanity, your peace of mind, your happiness is more important. That is another lesson learned. He more or less said that on one of his videos, he blamed herself. Yes, Korra said that in her video. She blamed herself for not walking when she saw that red flag in that relationship. Then another lesson to learn from Korra Obidi's story, when you're in marriage. If you're in marriage, don't lock your parents or your family out, especially when the man is constantly being disrespectful. No, have somebody you can relate with, that you can talk to, because you don't wait until it gets so bad before you now open up to your family. They were like, but the last time we asked you, you said everything was okay, that you guys are fine, you're doing well. Be open. Don't always go on defense for that person. Yeah, it could be maybe because I'm the reason why he's behaving the way he's behaving. No, that person might need medical attention. It's not your problem. You're not the reason. So realizing that you're not the reason why the person is hitting you or disrespecting you by calling you a manner of names, you're realizing that is giving yourself the power to be able to stand. Because if you keep accepting that you are the problem, then you might not be able to stand on your feet. You keep enduring it. You keep accommodating it, thinking you are the problem. You are not the problem. You are not. And again, once you notice that he did something to you the first time, like smashing your phone and buying new ones, like Korra has spoken several times in her video. Thank you, Rose Huji, for continuing to be here. Once you notice that is his pattern of doing things, he will hit you, he will apologize, break your phone, buy you a new one. That is the time for you to start saying, you know what? I think I need a help. If you can get into therapy, get into therapy. If you can seek counseling, seek counseling. And if the two of you are not working on the same page on resolving the problem, it's not just you. The person, your husband or your wife, whoever that is also in the marriage with you, has to contribute to that. Go to therapy. Both of you should seek for counseling. Seek for couple counseling. If the other person is saying, I'm not going, that is you, that is a problem, run for your dear life. Because first of all, he has locked himself out that he's not the problem. He has thrown you under the bus that you're the one that has a problem. So if that person is not recognizing that he has a problem, that is the time for you to move on. Move on. There is no certificate given to any woman for enduring in bad marriage. They're not going to call you the most endured woman in the world. Nada. There is no victory from enduring. Rather, it will keep damaging you, destroying you, making you feel less of yourself, making you think less of yourself, because you continuously feel or have accepted that you are the problem. All right, that is lesson number 4, why you're married. And another lesson from Korra's book, you're going to learn, start on time. If the person is trying to, dim your light, that is not a good husband. For example, Korra is an artist. She's a dancer, she's a performer. And this guy struggled all he could to make sure she doesn't perform. Even when she was booked to perform, the guy will come there and cause some catastrophe, And that is another time for you to know I don't have a part with this person. He doesn't support my career, he doesn't support what I do, but you are supporting everything he puts his hand to do. You're there supporting him to excel. But on your own part, he's not supporting you to excel. That is when you know you're not on the same page with that person. That is a learning moment. That is a time for you to wake your sleeping self up and find a way to get out of it, because it will never get better. Unless if you have signed to be a housewife, to cook for him, clean for him, and then get to the other room and warm him up, then you can deal with that. But if you have a career path that you want to push and somebody is dimming that light, that is a time for you to say what? Enough is enough, and take a big walk. Another lesson to learn is when somebody is earning, both of you are earning income, but you don't know what your partner earns, but he has access to everything you earn. That is a big no. He controls the account or she controls the account. And then when she makes money, you don't know how much she makes or how much he makes, is a no. That is another lesson learned. You guys can have a joint account together, but at least you know this is what is coming into the joint account from me. This is what is going into the joint account from him. That is advisable. But whereby is not a joint account, that he has total control of your own account, and he's not even giving you an idea of what happens to that account, that is a no. That is another lesson to learn. When you read Korra's book, how she was stranded even after making so much money on social media, you understand that is why this is a lesson for you to learn from that book. All right, guys. So how many hours are we in? Okay, we spent an hour 41 minutes today on this lessons learned from Korra's book, and also May Edochie taking legal action. Are there lessons for you to learn from May Edochie? We've already discussed that in the course of this live stream. So if you want to know what we talked about, just do a little rewind. You get to that stage and be able to listen. Everybody should be able to learn from people's mistakes. Don't wait until you are the victim before you learn from your own mistakes. Any mistakes that you're going to make tomorrow, somebody made that mistake years back. So learn from that, work on yourself, make sure you have a beautiful life. Not that it's not going to have its own hiccups. Definitely you have hiccups, just like the road. If you're driving or taking a drive, you might have bumps on the road. That is what life is all about. But at least you can be able to limit the kind of mistakes you make in life. When you listen to people's story, read people's biography, memoir, what have you, you can be able to learn. No woman deserves to go through what Korra Obidi went through in that marriage. And I'm saying it again, no woman, not even my enemy. I'm not going to wish that on anybody. And to what happened to May Edochie is not something what I wish for another person. However, Yul is entitled to polygamy. He can marry as many as he wants, but the approach he took to it is completely wrong. And that's where I'm coming for Sarah as well. Completely wrong. You don't chew more than you can, you don't bite more than you can chew for Sarah. Sarah bit more than she could chew in that live stream. And that's why this legal letter is getting to her. All right. I still have my co-host here, Mel, Trending G's. If you're still here, let me know what
Yeah,
you
I'm
have to
here.
say about our discussion today.
Yeah, host, you nailed it. All the points you gave concerning Korra's book, you are absolutely right. Something that I would also add about this Korra's situation is when you are planning to get married, even if this person is from the same country, the same continent as you, but you're probably from different tribe, you notice that there are certain things you need to know. how the man or the woman, how they do things in their own tribe. What do they, what are the traditions, what are the laws? Because it might be different from yours.
Yeah.
So when putting that at the back of your mind, that this person might be from the same country with you and you're still going to face some challenges, let alone when you're getting married to someone from a different continent, a different race. There are so many levels to these things that people don't see and people don't understand. And until you can get to that level where you say, okay, I've made up my mind, I'm getting married to somebody from a different maybe race or a different tribe, but do your research, know what you're going to be facing at least, because I see that so many people have a lot to say concerning this Korra Obidi's case, but people are not really doing the deep dive and the deep thinking into these type of marriages. A lot goes on, and when you hear some people say certain things, you hear, some people, some of them come in knowing fully well that, oh, these people, when I mean these people, I'm talking about people that looks like Korra and from that continent. They're like, okay, you can be threatened with like your family. You things like they're going to contact your family, they're going to report you, because they know that the discipline that people like that have, they're going to back them up. You understand? Your own family will back them up by telling you, be calm. Don't you know you should do like, don't you should do like that, because they've already taken their time to know what your culture and your tradition says. So people need to consider a whole lot. Do your research, prepare yourself, because you are going to be facing certain things that you're just going to, it's just going to make you say, wow, at the end of the day, because it will be beyond what you are expecting. So before people throw stones at Korra, they should understand that so many things was already working against her from the moment she said yes to that guy, all the way from China or from wherever they met. He knew what he wanted. He thought, this is one I'm going to use and throw away and do and blah, blah, blah. And so many things I don't even want to get into. But it just didn't work that way. And another thing is, a lot of people will always underrate people from the continent of Africa, because of the kind of pictures that the social media, everything they put out there. People
Yeah.
don't think that people from that continent are smart. They look at you people as people that are from the top of a tree. You live on the top of a tree. You don't even have a
Yeah.
house that is built with beton. Your houses are built with mud. So you don't have sense. They don't even think that you people go to school, let alone university, that you can read. And sometimes you speak and they're like, oh wow, you can speak English, or you can speak, you understand. You're like, wow, you sound, you talk like a very, you hear those kind of things, and you start wondering, what do you think, or where do you think I'm coming from? Like, we don't know anything.
Yeah, from the bush.
Yeah, exactly. So when he discovered that this is not one that he can actually use to clean the floor like a mop, that got him upset, and he started devising plans of what he can do and what not. So people should understand that a lot that Korra, I don't even think that I've not read the book, but I don't even think that she said 100% of what happened from the moment they met in China until they relocated to the US and in between and everything. Because why I'm saying this thing is, so many people that are in this type of marriages, when you ask them, the little that they want to share with you, you notice a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
You notice a pattern. It's like a lot of them they are there for a reason. They are there for something. And majority is not probably because it's the love or whatnot. They are always there for something. And it's always for their own selfish reasons. So it is deeper than what people think. I
Okay,
would just leave it
let me
at
let
that.
me ask you. Let me ask you a
Okay.
question. You're saying that most of them are there for something, not even for love. Okay, there are always some selfish reasons why they are there for. I'm going
Yeah.
to be specific here. Let's assume a Caucasian man marries an African lady.
Yeah.
So that married, the man has other things at the back of his mind being
Yeah.
the reason for him getting into the marriage. Is that what you're trying to say?
Majority of the time.
Majority of them. Okay.
Yes.
And then majority of them are not just marrying because of love. Maybe they are married for pleasure. I want to believe that's one of the things. They
Yes.
marry somebody that they think they can control. somebody
Yes.
that will not say no to them, somebody that can be there to worship them, because they have this impression that Africa is
They are
still
saving your
primitive.
life.
Sorry?
They have the impression that they're saving your life,
Okay, they are saving, you
taking
see.
you out from the jungle.
Absolutely. You see why I got so upset that day? Just this word you said now. That was why I got so upset on somebody's premiere
Live
and
stream.
live
Yeah,
stream. I hate it when someone thinks you're marrying an African woman, bringing her overseas means you're saving her life. I don't want to hear that, because it's not true. In as much as Africa is what it is, there are millions of people in Africa doing so well for themselves. And Africa is not as primitive as these people think. It's simply because they
absolutely.
have never traveled. It will shock you to know that some people, they've not left the state where they were born for their entire life.
True.
They've not even gone to the other states in their own country.
Very
All they
true.
know is that place they were born. So they think that, yeah, because they don't travel, they don't know what happened to other people or in other continents. They assume based on what they see on TV. And the projection people give about Africa on TV are those young kids, hungry kids carrying plates looking for food.
Exactly.
So that could be why a Caucasian male can go to Africa, marrying a Nigerian African girl, and then thinking, I'm saving you from the slum. No.
Absolutely.
And the case of Korra is really very different, because they met on a neutral place, neutral ground. They
Yeah.
didn't meet in Nigeria, they didn't meet in US.
Yeah.
So the option they had, either to move to Nigeria, he follow her to Nigeria, or she follow him to the US. They took the option of coming to the US because you're going to have a better life there and all of that. For your music career is going to explode. I'm going to get you a manager and all of those promises. When they got to the US, none of those promises were met. So
Very
this
true.
girl had to struggle for herself. She remembered, I had a profile on social media. I've been posting my videos long before I met this guy. If you go to her channel, she's reactivating her business channel. You see
Yeah.
that she started dancing way long before this her ex-husband. Way
Wow.
long. She was dancing in the beach, dancing in her home, her parents' home, everywhere she found herself, she was dancing. So you
Wow.
marry such a person, and then you think you promised heaven and earth, you got here, it was not the
They
same.
want you to stop.
Yeah, I'm
Typical
gonna
of
read
them.
this thing. Miriam said, Miami said here, yes, I heard that a lot of, I heard that from a lot of co-workers. They will say, I don't look and sound African. That made me so angry. Oh, you
Don't
see,
even bother getting angry. I always laugh, when I hear things like that, I always laugh because to me, you just showed how foolish you are because the world is big enough for you to do your research. The world is big enough for you to try to know what this Africa you've been hearing about, what they are all about. You know, you can do your digging instead of listening to what the media is telling you just because there are some group of selfish people that want to make so much money that even in their lifetime to their 10th generation they cannot spend it all, and they try to paint a whole continent to look like a place where the people are on top of the trees, you know. Somebody said here, I'm trying to see what did that one said. Jamaican friend married said yes, my Jamaican friend married a Nigerian and he ruined her life. What is the difference between a Jamaican and a Nigerian? I'm asking, I want you to answer. If your name is Jose Almeida, tell me the difference between a Jamaican, a Caribbean, and a Nigerian or an African. When you answer that question, then I would continue to respond to what you say. But till then, let me keep on saying what I'm saying. So most times people can do their research and find out what they need to know about the continent of Africa, because the media will never tell you the real story and the real thing you need to hear. And most of the times people are so quick in saying, oh, this one is that, this is like this is like that. And the question I always ask, point down one country that you think is so safe. Point out one country that there's no issue, that they don't have problems, they don't have people killing, they don't have people stealing, they don't have people, so every country have their own issue. So people should calm down when they see people or somebody telling their story. Don't always think that the person is lying. In the case of Korra, looking at Justin, it is obvious because this lady has been like this. She is an African woman. Why do you think you can stop her from dressing the way she's dressing? Why do you think you want to? She has been dancing. If you didn't like that, you should have just not even got into anything with her at all, because you cannot say, you're going to be with somebody, and then when you marry the person, you want the person to completely change from who the person is to something else. So people should cut this whole story, because if you know what you know, you know what you know. You understand? So people should
Absolutely.
stop.
Thank you so much, Mel, for holding forth for me. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
You were responding to Jose. Another
Yeah,
thing is
Jose, I
that,
think.
see, Jose, you have one person's experience. That does not mean that's how every Nigerian person behaves, okay? And until you give me statistics that 70% of Nigerian male behave like that, then I will understand. It can happen to anybody. It can happen to any marriage. It's not, we are not saying here in this channel or in this live stream that all Nigerian people are great or this. For the fact that they had a marriage and something happened, it takes two to tango, and I need you to understand that. So let me just leave it at that, and I want to thank all of you for contributing. So go ahead, Mel.
Yeah, and people like this also that will say my Jamaican is my Caribbean, oh my the African American, my this and all these people you're referring to, where their roots, where's their root from? The DNA, the blood that flow through their vein, where is it from? A person from Jamaica is from where? Or
Yeah,
you just talk and you don't know where a person from Jamaica or any of the Caribbean islands where they come from. What do they do look like? Do they look Caucasian to your in your eyes? So if you feel you are going to judge, you're still judging that the same woman that was married to the Nigerian man also. Because at the end of the day, they are both from Africa. Every
yeah,
country in this world, every continent has good and bad people. So if your friend met a bad person, does not mean that the next Jamaican or the next Caribbean that goes to marry somebody from there will not meet the best person. We're not judging.
absolutely.
For example, now that we're talking about Korra, we did not use Justin to criticize all the Caucasian,
All
because
the
there are some of
Caucasian
them
people.
that are doing right by the women that they are married to. There are some of them that are very proud of the women that they are married to. There are some of them that will tell you that their media, their people are listening. Like once somebody like my husband will tell you that, why is it that you Africans you pray to a white god?
You do what?
That why do Africans pray to a white God? A God, our Jesus Christ, our all the 12 disciples, they're all white. That it's stupid that Africans do that. So we cannot judge everybody. So don't put everybody just because one woman did something and that's just the case. We're telling the story of Korah. We're saying that most of the times people that are doing this, they do it for a reason. But because
Mm-hmm.
most of you've already programmed your mind that certain group of people cannot do certain things, and certain
Yeah.
things are common with certain type of people,
Mm-hmm.
you're judging people from their skin color and their looks. That's why most of you might say Akora might be lying. What's the reason why she will come out and lie against someone that she was married to, and that same person is the father of her two children?
Yeah, host, what you just said now brought me something to mind.
Yeah,
All this while that they started this, first of all, Justin brought the issue of Cora marriage, divorce on social media. And for months, Cora did not say a word. Justin kept throwing things online. People were consuming them, eating them up, using those things to like bash Cora, using those things
exactly.
to call her names and all of that. Okay. And if you look at some of the things he said about the girl, if you look at them, you can actually say they are defamatory. So Korra would have sued this guy for defamation of character, but she kept quiet. By the time she started talking was when the divorce was actually over. That was when Nancy visited her last year. Before this one, they came recently. That was when she now started saying that she's going to talk, she's going to say something, but she makes sure she kept everything on the low because she's putting them down in a book. So now that the book is out, people cannot swallow the truth in that book. People are seeing it. No, it couldn't have been possible. This did it. Believe it. There is this saying that I hold so dear. When someone tell you who they are, believe them. If they show you who they are, believe them. Don't doubt it. Because that's who that person is. Cora said in one of her live streams that the mistake she made was not picking on that red flag she witnessed in China, even before they got to the US. There was one act the guy exhibited in China that broke Cora completely. But he came back, he apologized, they continued. She said in her last that when she saw the red flag, she did not run with it. So for people coming to say because she's African, she's everything she's saying, they're all false. I don't even understand why that judgment and why the generalization. I don't get it. So these people are bad, why these people are good? You know, this same guy made a video about this brother going to jail, how for 10 years, he was in jail for 10 years, how the mother was going there to visit him and all of that. If he were Korra or maybe Korra's family member that went to jail for 10 years, do you know the kind of things they would have been saying by now? A lot. So that is it. They feel because Africans want to take their place. Africans taking their place, how? How many are we even in numbers to come and take their place? No. That was how they were feeling that Hispanic people were taking their place and all of that. Now Africans are taking their place. No. You didn't want Africa, but you went on to date a black woman. You went on to marry her. You could have said, no, I never intended to marry you, Korra. I think we should call it quits. But you went ahead. And now you have black children in your blood. Are you going to take them, throw them away? Nada. They are part of you. You can deal with it for the rest of your life. That is just it. My friend was killed by her Jamaican husband in the UK. That doesn't mean all Jamaicans are murderers. Okay. Where is Jose? Is Jose still here?
Exactly. Come and talk now.
So Jose, you see this comment I pinned here. Does that mean all the Jamaican men are murderers? No. Are they all bad people? No. So you see, that is life. We should stop generalization. We should stop it and face the fact the way it is. The same thing, I keep saying it. I wish Justin's people will answer me this question correctly, because the same thing he accused Korra of doing, that is exactly what this guy has continuously engaged in. Every day you come live, yeah, today's reporting today. Why? Today's story time. You have no content. If you think about having a content, you are a doctor, you can teach people a lot of things. You're not a doctor, sorry, you're a chiropractor. Okay? But the guy kept coming live. That is the same thing you felt Korra was doing that was making your marriage to break. You asked her to stop and she never stopped. Now you are the master in going live. That is double standard. You can't even stop yourself and you want to stop another. Honestly, I don't even understand why people, I made a live stream yesterday. I'm trying to do evening live stream for, people in my location in the US, people in South America. So because it's not too late at the time. And I started off yesterday, and the next thing was one of the reasons Nancy was talking about making live stream, and somebody said they should tell Korra to go and file and pay her taxes. I was like, how low can these people go over Korra? How low can they go? How low? I don't know the name of that lady that is carrying Korra's case like Justin is her next of kin, or maybe her lover or her husband or whatever. Alant, she even started a GoFundMe account for Justin, I was like, wow. And he's an African sister, a Nigerian sister. Thank you guys for all joining me. I see all of you. Great. I am Evelyn J. Thank you, all of you, for being here. I really appreciate all of you. I really appreciate all of you.
But host, when you see things like that, now you go know the brainwashing. Now. People go say slave masters, they don't go, waiting, go where? Some people brain still need a work. You go don't see certain people, they worship them. She
Yeah.
didn't bother to do her own digging to find things by herself. She's just there taking sides. Do your own
Honest,
digging.
honestly, it's so sad when I heard about the tax thing yesterday. I tried to throw more light to it. Maybe some people, ignorant people, will be able to understand. During the COVID, American government gave every American, COVID relief. So we all received checks in the mail from the federal government. Okay. And that made a lot of people, their income was so high. So calculating the tax, it affected the taxing for 2020 and then 2021. So when 2021 came, during tax period for 2021, a lot of people were owing the state government mostly, and then more people were owing federal government as well, but mostly state government. So what they did was, like, you now say you have lower return because we receive money after filing taxes every year. So you got a less money than what you usually receive for your tax return because of those back taxes based on COVID. I was like, could that be what these people were referring to? Could that be? Some people that got the back taxes, what they did was to write a check to the government to take care of it. Some people went into payment arrangement to take care of it. That does not mean the person was not paying taxes. This thing they say, ignorance. Ignorance is no defense. If you don't know something, research. You have a smartphone, you come online to do things. Even if somebody is feeding you with lies, try and do one step ahead of that person. Do a little research to find information for yourself. It's very easy. So I talked about it yesterday night, and then this is our tax period in the US. It starts from January 1st up until April 15 or 16. We have that window to file our tax. So the one that is back tax last year, you can get it right this year. So for somebody telling that, Nancy, go tell your sister to file tax, I mean, that is a little too much. They should give this girl some breathing space. They should allow her to heal from the messy divorce that her husband is dragging her all over the place because he feels, yes, I have the legal system, justice system in America working for me because I'm a Caucasian. I'm gonna deal with you. I'm gonna show you. They should let Korra rest so she can focus on raising her children and making money to pay her bills. It's really so sad the way they are going. I say these people are taking this thing so personal. Somebody said in my comment section yesterday, they are taking it so personal. I say, yeah, it looking like witchcraft, witch hunting, if I will put it that way. That is purely how it's beginning to look. It's gone beyond that. A man filed for a divorce. I don't want to marry again. She had to swallow it because in her book, that's why you need to read that book. Even when Justin was asking for divorce, this girl was still working on making that marriage work. All the humiliation they went through, even her family, everybody, and still this man pushed forward for the divorce. You would think that after getting divorced, after getting the custody, that this man will say, finally, I am separated from this woman. I'm going to now do what? Mind my business, forge ahead with my life, maybe find a girlfriend to move on. But no, he kept on dragging this woman. And people are not even seeing it from that point of view. You filed for a divorce, you got a divorce, move on. Move on. Honestly, you're here to create division. Stay away, UK. Who is UK here? Okay. Um, the man is bad. Okay. The whole saga is causing division, which I don't like. Yeah, it is. It is causing. I wish they will stop. Honestly, because it doesn't make sense. If they want to praise Justin, they should praise him for what he does. He's now a content creator. Talk to him about it. Give him ideas on what to create as a content. Let him move on. This issue, I'm going to sue for defamation of character, sue for this. The first person that defamed somebody on the social media was still Justin. People are not even looking at it, telling that your wife, while pregnant, was busy sleeping with another, and you can't even verify that statement. It was all false. You went back again online and apologized to her, apologized to the parents and all of that. And you were also cheating in the relationship. So they should just stop it. They should stop. All right. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate all of you. I hope I can understand. Block this person, UK. Who is the person to block? Lost here. Rosie Ketch, thank you for being here. Amazing, beautiful woman. Thank you for joining me today. Is Lola Korra paid her taxes? They were lying. Justin did not pay any taxes for years. I know that was false because last year the post is still on Korra's Instagram, where she was showing a certificate that I pay my taxes. They are trying to find anything possible to bring her down, but I don't know what they stand to gain. Why being so unkind? Why? Is there any award you're receiving for not being kind? Is there any? Thank you guys for joining me today. I really appreciate all of you. I really, really do. I want someone to send me Lola's true name, address, and postcode. I will get her arrested and deported. I'm a UK solicitor. Oh, yeah. I don't even know the channel, honestly, because I don't feast on negativity. I don't know her channel name. I don't know anything about her. And I don't even know what she says in her channel because I don't want to get my mental state to the point that I'm beginning to like worry myself over things like that. Okay, well, where I get my information is either I get my information from Korra or from Nancy. Okay, so I don't know her full name, but I know if you do a little digging, you definitely find her full name and all of that. Thank you, Lizzie, for joining me today, all of you. Please don't forget to follow me on Facebook if you're not following me yet. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're watching from YouTube. His nanny, Amy, is pregnant. Why don't he state his new family and leave Korra and family alone? I really wish they would leave this girl alone. Honestly, I really wish. I made that live stream yesterday. It was a very short one to like explain about taxes a little bit. And again, I don't know the country where that lady lives. I don't know if she lives in the US because it would be very ignorant of her to be talking about taxes like this if she lives in US. We have IRS. IRS is the one in charge of taxes. Government agency. They have people working there. If you're owing back taxes, they will get in touch with you. They don't visit you. They don't come to your house. They can send you a letter for you, but they don't visit you. So if you have back taxes from maybe COVID, you can do all of that this year. And then again, I now started breaking it further to like saying, most of Korra's income are from social media. And when you earn from American company, they send us each year what we call W2. With that W2, you're going to get is for your tax documentation. I've received mine from YouTube for this year for my tax purposes. All you need to do is to collect all your W2s from Facebook, from YouTube, all the social media handles, American companies, they will send that to you. That is already documented with the company, also registered with the government. So there is no way you will not pay your taxes. So when they say that, I will just laugh. I was like, Nancy shouldn't take it so serious because I'm ignorant, like they said. I know it's no defense, but I mean, people can be very silly. So I was like, okay, YouTube will send Korra W2. Facebook will, maybe Instagram, any social media she's making money from, they will send her the W2s. She will collect all of them, give her tax guy or tax professional expert to file her taxes for her. So the person will file the taxes and then she'll be waiting for her return in the mail. That is all. She doesn't need to go to any location. She needs to work with her tax expert. I'm going to give an explanation here. Maybe people will better understand it. A friend of mine uses a HR block for her tax filing. She's been using them for years, and they've been filing her taxes. So when the back tax came, she now got a notification that she was owing state. She called the HR block immediately. What happened? I did not file this myself to say I made a mistake. I gave professionals. So they now said, if you want to come in for one-on-one talk, that our doors are open, but we're going to explain to you as well over the phone. This is not just happening to you because of COVID relief checks. That's why most people in the US will have back taxes. But however, all you need to do is to send a check, make a payment arrangement, and that takes care of it. So it's no big deal. So if that's what they are referring to, it's laughable and so so silly of them, because it simply means that they don't do real research. It simply means that they are not even smart to think that means that the person is not filing taxes. You can't live in this country and not pay your taxes. That is it. Yes, I remember her post saying she paid taxes something for 2 years. Yes, it's still on her Instagram page. So anybody doubting that should go there. And they should please leave this young woman alone. She has a lot that she's juggling. She needs to have her stability. Another thing I said in my live stream yesterday is that Korra should be prepared, because this guy called Justin is not going to stop. She should be prepared spiritually, emotionally. The battle is not going to end. It's going to be better when the kids are of age 16, 14, 16, 17, 18 to make decisions by themselves and call their father to order. You have to stop this nonsense that we've had enough of it. That's when it starts getting better. But right now, this guy is meant to drag the living hell out of her until she's exhausted. So she has to be ready, emotionally be prepared. I'm happy her family is solidly behind her, because you need your family and trusted people to be behind you when you're going through things like this, because they can actually work on your mental health and your emotional state as well. All right. Contact Big Man's Wife TV. Okay, I think Lizzie, I think somebody has an information that might help. They said you should contact Big Man's Wife TV. Big Man, let me put it here so that if you're still here, so Lizzie, you're looking for the person's contact. You can actually contact this lady on Facebook here. They will be able to give you the information you're looking for. All right. But it is same in UK. You would okay, and they will get in touch with you. Absolutely. So who made this lady the spokesman for American RI? What is it called again? Oh my God, RIS or IRS, Inland Revenue Services. Yeah. Who made this guy an advocate for them, or this lady? I don't even know who that lady
But
is.
host, the thing is, somebody talking like this, you know that that person does not have any single common sense. Because if America could find Osama bin Laden, they cannot find somebody that is inside America that is owing taxes.
Oh my goodness. The way you say this is really very laughable. When I heard that, I said, no, Nancy should not get upset with that. They are just looking for means to continue to drag her. They've said a lot of things, and Korra is not down. So they are trying to find a possible ways to drag her, and it's not working. So all she needs to do is to continue to be strong for herself, for her children, because this man is not going to stop. That is the battle now between the fact that she's a black woman and I am a Caucasian. The judiciary is more in my favor. They lean more in my favor than you. And I'm going to teach you a lesson of a dear life. So Korra should be emotionally prepared and psychologically ready, because it's not going to. And those trolling her, my video was just trolls, leave Korra alone. You have your personal problem, go solve them. I know you're making money. That lady might be making money because she will have a good following of those that hate Korra. You're making money, but think about peace of mind. Money isn't everything. Your peace of mind
But host,
Okay.
don't they have same thing like they do in YouTube where channels like that could be reported? Because the level of hate on that
Yeah,
lady's
you could
channel,
report a channel. I know. It's just like Korra is being kind. If Korra were to be like Diana Ikweme, she would have sent her
she would have
army.
been down.
Korra is a kind person. I've not heard her say to her followers, please report this channel. I've not heard that. So maybe that's why. But I guess in the future, it might get to the point that they are going to take the channel down. But you know what most of them do? Even if they report the channel and take the channel down, they will open another channel. It's very easy to open social media accounts and still use that to drag. Grace says that Justin didn't start everything, God will see Korra through. He pretends too much. I am a woman just like her. Please, my people, we all need to stand for her in prayers. I know. She needs her. Lola lives in UK. She was fired from NHS, and the Dutch government was sending her money, which she didn't report it, and she's getting benefit from it. Oh, lo. You see, Kettle calling the other one black. Mel, did you read this?
Are you serious? That's the
Kettle
person
called.
judging someone else?
Whew,
Wow. Wow. So she was getting
wow.
benefit from Dutch government and also from the UK.
Mm-hmm. This is so sad to hear.
One hand go touch that one day. Make she no worry. No be UK she dey. Black people plenty dey.
Sorry about that. My family, they are waking up now. So everybody's coming to say hi, good morning, mommy. Honestly, this is so funny. He's not, she wasn't reporting it and she's getting benefit from you. Imagine this woman, she knows her own life. She has cockroaches in her cupboard and she's busy chasing somebody. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. If they want to deal with this person, they will just get a PI. A PI will track all her information and then it will land her into trouble. It will land her into trouble. And if she's not a citizen of the country, they will get her deported. That is just it. They will get her deported. People think because I'm a permanent resident, that means I'm not going. There is a permanent resident person in Nigeria, and they deported back to Nigeria from my state. And then you, so far you're not a citizen, they can get you back to your motherland. Period. Wow. Contact Sweet Peaches
She
and
needs
Mama
to go.
Mansa. Wow. Wow. You see, she's busy fighting Korra for no just cause because Korra, the husband, brought their affairs into social media. And this guy is into living on government money, taxpayers' money. And you're, oh no, now, oh no, people shouldn't be like this, honestly. Let me even tell you, do you know Korra, as a single woman, she can't qualify for any benefit from the government because she's making money. Assuming she's living under poverty line, that is earning only 39,000 or 37,000 or a year, then she can qualify for benefit. But you know she's making money on Facebook or in social media, so she can't even qualify for any benefit. Her children health insurance, she will foot the bill, school, rent, everything, she will take care of it. This is a woman that is responsible enough to fend for her children. And you that is dependent on the on your country's government here dragging her. This is laughable. Honestly, it's laughable. The sad
Host, you
thing
say
is,
her country. It's someone else's country,
oh,
really.
someone else's country. Pardon me.
She's not. If she like, let her be Dutch. Let her carry Dutch passport. She's not from Dutchland.
Ah, you see, people are digging into them too. Like I said before, you when you're pointing one finger at somebody, the rest of the finger points back at you. Before you come hating on somebody, just do a little re-examination about your own life. X-ray your own life to find out if your life is in order before you even start. It's so sad that they are hitting on this girl, but I guess one day they will get tired. I guess so. Justin scares me. His eyes are so dark, nothing behind his eyes. Yes, they are. You know, I know the guy has no good intention for Korra. Is he gonna stop all this thing he's doing? No, he's not going to stop. He wants to win. To him, he sees this battle as a battle he has to win. He's not considering any after effect is going to have on the children tomorrow, especially when they are of age, to see that their names are always on the internet, their parents on the internet. They are not thinking about that. It's unfortunate. But however, Korra should be ready physically, emotionally, because it's going to be a long haul. Thank you. We need to stop her. She is bullying other mixed race marriages. You see, that lady needs to be stopped too, honestly. She needs to be stopped. I've not had the, I don't even know if I'll have the mind to go to her channel to listen to what she's saying. I don't think so, because I hate it when your goal or aim is to pull others down because you think you want to say something or you have a platform. I don't like that. I don't like that. You know, he's using his white privilege to manipulate her, and why there are so many Africans supporting him. That why I really wish I can answer why Africans are supporting him. If the reverse were the case, they would not support Korra. That is it. They will not support her. But I believe there is God, and that is all the strength she needs. She's gonna get that from God, and hopefully everything will stop. He will stop when he's in prison. Soon he will be there. Honestly, I don't know what is gonna happen to them, but anybody bullying Korra, trying to pull her down, should stop. It's not healthy. You're not even helping your own mental health. You might think you're just there speaking ill about Korra, but you're also damaging yourself. And in the UK, they are very strict with cyberbullying. Yeah, they are. Even here in the US, they're taking it so seriously now. The best age is 18, because that's why me too, I'm waiting for my case father too. My boys will be able to answer any question. Let's see. My boss will be able to answer, my boys will be able to answer any question from anybody that they saw everything he did to them. Wow. Wow. Honestly, a lot of people are going through a lot. And the worst that will happen, I was asking yesterday, host Jennifer Lopez, his ex-husband just remarried, right? Jennifer has gone through how many marriages? You know, you follow them
Yeah,
up, so you know better. I don't
yeah.
see them dragging Jennifer back and forth like this. Is it because Korra is a black woman?
The thing is,
And,
it minus. What about Kim Kardashian? Didn't she? Was she not the one that was married for 72 days? We can just
yeah,
go
and
on
married.
and on and on.
And they're not dragging them. Okay, look at, even with all the things Kanye West said, they are not even that
Nobody
Lola,
cares.
whatever her name is, should have picked on Kanye West to drag Kanye West for everything he said about black people. He said about
You know,
Jewish.
the truth is, host, that lady, people kept talking about her, and I was like, who is this person? So I was like, and the person that was, most of the channel didn't say the person's full name. So I was thinking. So I just said, let me just be typing in the names, because my mind just told me that the person will have a huge following. So it would be easy to find the channel.
Mm,
From the moment she said hello to the screen, I said, oh no, oh no. This is one of the Mumu people. You know that in every country and every ethnicity group of people, you have the reasonable people, you have the mid side, and you have the mumu people, what we refer to as mumu people. People that don't have a mind of their own, people that cannot think through. And that is exactly what that lady, from the moment she says hello to the screen, that you see her, you just know. Immediately you see her, you know this one does not have a mind of her own. So that's why I would advise people to not even lose a sweat over that person, because that person does not, even if you give her something, she's seen it in front of her, she does not have the ability to understand. That person lacks understanding. Really, I'm trying my best to be very, I don't really want to take it as low as what that person is, but from the way she speaks, the way she presents, the way you can tell that this one, it be like those agbero for even agbero there for road, they think well to hard and go to make their coin. This one is not smart at all, doesn't understand anything. She is portraying her own hate. She knows she's unsmart. She knows that without dragging Korra, she can never ever get attention of anybody on social media. So that's why she's banking on that. She does not have any content in her. That person is an empty vessel. So the only way she can make it on the social media or in life generally is by leeching onto someone else. And at this point, she doesn't care if it's negative or positive because she knows that's the only way she'll be relevant. So even if you try to explain to her, like you're talking about the taxes and this one, that person does not have the ability to understand. She cannot comprehend anything. So such person shouldn't even be taken serious. And I don't even know why in UK there they've not even reported her. So they can send her back home. Make she go farm, go plant corn. Host, I think you muted yourself. We can't hear you. Check your mic.
Just go on, please continue.
All right. So when this lady started this stuff, and I remember I also saw another channel that maybe because I was watching this Korra stuff on Facebook, I saw another channel where they were talking about a lady that maybe she too and her husband they were trying to get pregnant, like a TTC case. And they said somebody's dragging them. And I in my mind, I was like, it has to be this the same lady. So imagine somebody that can go as low as dragging a woman that is struggling to get pregnant and have kids just because you feel you're on social media and you want to drag someone. That goes to tell you the kind of person. And I feel sorry for the people following this woman because when you're following somebody that is completely blind, that cannot see anything and does not have any sense of anything, you're going to fall in the same hole that person is going to fall in. This woman is out there putting out fake stories and people are gathering around her thinking that what she's saying is true.
Wow.
So if you can drag people that are TTCing, what is your beef? Insult somebody if you feel like the person made you angry, and insult the person, curse the hell out of the person. But for you to laugh at a woman that is trying to get pregnant and
Wow.
all of that. I saw that live stream yesterday.
Wow. Thank
When
God
they
I
were
don't
talking
watch her.
about it.
Thank God I don't watch her, honestly. I am so grateful. I don't even know
It's
her
terrible.
channel because I can't stomach those. You know me. I can't. Thank God I don't watch her. Thank God I don't follow her. It's really good for my mental health because I watch what I feed my system. I'm very careful what I get involved with. If you're that negative, I will just walk away because it doesn't make sense. All this dragging of this girl, she's not the only woman that's ever married to a Caucasian, not the only woman that divorced, and then she's not the only artist in the world. Jennifer Lopez went through how many marriages, and then she might still get married tomorrow. Kim Kardashian just finished a divorce process. Why is Korra's own so different? Because she feels I can talk to Korra and get away with it. Maybe she's not gonna sue me. Remember what happened was it last year or last 2 years on YouTube when Cardi B sued American YouTuber, remember? And the final amount was 2 point something million. The court asked the YouTuber to pay. So for the fact that Korra is not suing does not mean she will not change her mind tomorrow, because there is an extent something to get to, especially when it becomes damaging to your personality, to your person, and all of the emotional stress. You can sue, definitely. So maybe it might get to that if she doesn't stop. Thank you, Juice Talk Show, for being here. Thank you, amazing lady. I really appreciate you. Thank you, guys. And all of you in the comment section, I've been pinning your comment for us to all read as well. Thank you, guys, here. Francis wrote, who filed for divorce first? I wonder if Korra has a restraining order against Justin. No, Justin filed for divorce. But Korra, I
No,
remember.
it seemed like Korra was the one that filed. He came out to talk about it, but Korra filed first, I think.
Okay, Korra filed. Okay. Okay, Justin spoke about it on the internet. I don't know who, I don't know if I say, but my co-host is saying that it seems like Korra filed for divorce first. That woman is horrible. Every day she and her audience are on her channel insulting and bullying Korra. Maybe one day she will lose her channel if care is not taken. Look at Flora. She taped Justin telling her his plans for Korra. It backfired. He seeks African women who are dysfunctional to do his dirty. Ooh, really? So there was somebody that Justin consulted to fight for her. I need to look for that name. What's her full name? Flora somebody. Whoa. Whoa. You see? I don't even know half of
Because
this
that
story.
is why I tell you that they most of them do their digging. They know that your people will fight against you first.
Yeah.
Your people will be the ones that will go against you first.
Hmm. Hmm. And there is a way they say it here. There is always a mole among your family, your friends. You understand, your people. There is always that person that will snitch, that person that will sell you out, that person that will, And I don't know what this lady is benefiting from it. I hope she's also having peace of mind. And I don't know what to say, and I'm so happy I don't know her channel. I've never watched it because it's better for my own sanity. Sincerely, it is better for my own sanity. I want to thank all of you that joined me
Oh
today for
my
this live stream.
goodness, are you serious?
Which one was that?
This the person said, yes, call her. It's Rhonda, and she lost the baby today. The one I was telling you that they were mocking the lady that was looking for a child, and the husband, they were streaming yesterday that they have complication. They're in the hospital. And this person is confirming that they lost the child, and that other person was busy dragging them.
Oh my goodness. Ah,
All in the
now
name
she
of
should go
hating Korra.
jubilating, right? She
She
should be
will.
happy,
She will.
jumping
Hand go touch this kind of person. You don't
one
know who
day.
find you for that place where you did. You don't know. This world is not as big as people think.
Yeah.
You don't know who they
Hmm.
base for that country with you. Where could they close to your state? The day they recognize you for street, you go receive. What kind of level of hate is this that you live from insulting someone up to the extent that you're bashing a woman that is pregnant? Who knows what the stress and all of this might have? God.
Yeah, do people really think about that? They don't think about what they say to people, how painful or how hurting it could be to those people they talk about. They don't. Now that the lady has lost the pregnancy, let her go for Thanksgiving. That she has won, right? There is judgment day. I keep saying it. One day we'll get it. There is always judgment day. It's unfortunate that it's happening to Korra and then happening to other people they bully in their channel. And I don't know what Facebook is doing about it, because Facebook is campaigning for no cyberbullying. So they should have dictated. Are they using pidgin English to talk?
But host, Facebook is the you remember the court case they had in the US
Yeah.
with Facebook when they had their whistleblower. Facebook is the number one app that promotes these type of things because it brings traction, and you notice how those channels grow. If you want to do a test, open a new email now and just pretend that you're dragging people and see how Facebook will support that your channel more than your main one. So you see how the hate channels grow very fast, and somebody from inside said it, that they just say it on the surface that they don't like it, but when they see such type of stuff, so they promote it more. So
Hmm.
Facebook is the number one app that promotes this type of negativity because it keeps people on their platform and it brings more people.
Oh, thank you so much, One Love. Thank you for being very supportive and encouraging. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for being here. Honestly, I don't like feeling sad when I'm ending my live stream, because it determines the tone for me for the rest of the day. With everything I'm hearing today, the lady losing her baby and all the dragging, there is nothing joyful there. There is nothing exciting in all of those conversations, and it's very painful also when it's a woman that is doing that to another woman. Is more painful. I really pray the world will be a better place, but I know maybe that's like throwing a stone in the ocean. That might be how my prayer might look. I want to thank all of you for joining me today. Lizzie from London, thank you guys. One Love, all of you that came here to contribute in today's live stream. I really appreciate all of you. So Lizzie said that the first person Justin contacted to talk about to help him destroy Korra lives in Canada. Flora lives in Canada. Her divorced husband divorced her and took the children away. He gave another woman the house. Now, wow, people go through a lot. Honestly, they go through a lot. Please, the only thing I will say here: let's keep Korra in our prayers and thoughts. Let's keep encouraging her. And if there is any way they can find those people doing all those kind of bullying, they should be able to report them. It's unfortunate if Facebook is not flagging those channels. I don't know what much about their policy when it comes to that. However, I wish Korra all the best. Her book is an amazing read, and there are so many lessons to learn from for a new mom, for a young girl going into university, how to protect yourself, how to, work on friendship and to know that nobody really love you more than your family could do. And also things to watch out when you're getting into a relationship and all of that. That book is a must read. Everybody should get a copy of it. Honestly, buy it for your a Valentine gift this season for someone you love. Share the love and not hate, honestly. I want to thank all of you for joining me today. You guys are amazing, all of you. Me, thank you so much for being here. You were with me last night when we talked about the tax thing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please join the women group and invite Mama Masa on your platform. Okay, I will look for her name is Mama Masa. Let me write it down before I forget. Just give me 1 second. Let me
All
write.
right, host, let me step down and go prepare for my Jordan case. That's another black woman dragging another black woman.
Which
Let me
one is
prepare.
that, please?
Jordan Woods, that
Okay, okay,
Khloe
okay.
Kardashian
Yeah,
model
friend. Yeah,
dragging Jordan Woods. Yeah.
yeah.
So let me prepare.
Thank you for being so kind with your time, honestly, for all the contribution you made today. I really appreciate you as always. You know, I love you. Thank you for joining me today. So, guys, the
Thank
person
you
I
for
have
having
with
me.
me,
Bye, everyone.
wait, before you leave, please, please, please. The
Okay.
person I have with me is Trending G's with Octavia Korra. She's also on Facebook talking about Korra as well and other
Yeah.
trending G's that are coming up. She discussed that. So please help me follow her page. Please, please, please engage on her page. You love it there. Absolutely, you love trending G's. She's a very articulated human being, very brilliant soul. You're definitely and very opinionated. You definitely will love her and love her channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you, and you know I love you so much. Thank you, Trending G's.
Thank you, host. Thank you. Love you too.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye,
So
everyone.
bye. So thank you everyone that joined me today. Mansa Queen, all of you. Me right, I love you. Thank you. You were there with me last night. Thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Liz, thank you so much for all you do. Thank you guys for being here. And for all the ladies fighting for Korra, God bless all of you real good. She's our African sister, and we should help her to be the support system she's looking for. Thank you guys for being here. Uju host, thank you, Uju. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Yes, I took the name down, Masa. I'm gonna look it up on social media and see how I get in to the group to know what they are talking about. Okay. Thank you, guys. And if you're yet to buy Cora's book, please, it's a book you should have. Buy it for your girlfriend, your sister, your niece, your cousin, and any woman in your life. Buy that book for them. You're going to equip them on life lessons, what to know, how to avoid things, how to prevent that from happening to them, and how to, dictate red flags when they see ones. The book is packed with life lessons, and I tell you, it's a soft read. There are no hard word for you to see what is she talking about. No, easy read. You can read it and finish it under 2 hours or less. So please encourage Cora by buying the book, and also encourage Cora by telling people to learn from her lessons. Okay, she has quite a number of things to teach: how to raise your children, how to watch the people you bring in your kids' life, your nannies, your private tutors, everything, and how to secure your little girl going into the university from the so-called best friends issues. I want to thank all of you for joining me today. Most grateful for your time, for your contribution. I don't take that for granted. Please, 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 if you're yet to follow me on Facebook, do follow my channel. Let's speak the good work. Let's put out positive things out there and counter the bad narratives. It doesn't help to be unkind, but rather it helps to be kind. All right. So I'll be calling it a day today as always. I had to leave, but unfortunately, I have to go. Thank you guys for being nothing but amazing. God bless you guys real good. And until I see you guys next time on my live stream, one thing I will leave you guys with: kindness is a muscle. If you don't have kindness in your heart, acquire one is a muscle. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The book is on Amazon. You can buy it on Amazon, hard copy, soft copy. They are going to ship to you. Thank you immensely. Thank you. The title of the book, kindly give the title of the book. The title of the book is Korra Obidi. Korra is life. Korra is life. That is the title. Um, so far you download your Kindle, you're going to see it like this on Amazon. Um, where is it? Sorry. Let me put it up again. Oh, the moment you touch on the book, it goes back to okay. So it's going to come like this. I'm trying to see where my light is, and for some reason, guys, I'm messing it up, okay? But you can find it on Amazon. Uh, buy it from Amazon. Korra is live. Oh, it's not working for me. Sorry about that, guys. But you can get it from Amazon. The title of the book is Korra is life. A must read for every woman out there. Prepare yourself. Don't make the mistakes that Korra made. That's why she's putting it out there. Learn from her lessons and have a better and more fulfilling life. Until I see you guys next time, stay well. If you live in the Western world, be warm, keep warm. Thank you guys for joining me today. And one thing I'm going to say, remember, be kind to yourself, love yourself so much that you have enough love to share. Because if you don't love yourself enough, you don't have any love to give out. Love yourself first of all, because that will help you to know when someone is not loving you, how to handle the situation. Love yourself enough to be able to give love. Be kind to yourself so that you can also extend kindness to one another. Thank you guys for joining me. I hate to go, but I have to go. Thank you guys. Be well, stay well. Kindness is a muscle. Get one. Thank you guys.